ball. We took it to the playoffs. Collinsville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House. The school of champions, we laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you want to be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1-2, but we're number one. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's still easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm by my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapest crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
All the fresh boys,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. Hope everybody is having a fantastic middle part of your summer as we're about ready to get into football season here at Collinsville. My name is Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us here on the Kahok Sports Network, and welcome in to the pregame show as we get you set for this contest between Collinsville and Belleville East. Tonight's pregame show brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. Dr. Chris McCluskey and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center. That is just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. First of all, big thank you to Kevin Vanderven. He is a freshman here at Collinsville High School, and he took the reins and live streamed the senior night festivities on the Facebook page because I was up here getting ready to go on the air when those were wrapping up. So a big thank you to him for helping us out. Now let's dive into the nuts and bolts of it, shall we? Collinsville coming into week number 1 under their second-year head coach Colton Rhodes. He, of course, went 8-2 last year in his first year at the helm, and he'll be opposed by Belleville East and Michael Harrison. Coach Harrison is in his 5th year at the helm at Belleville East. 4th year at the helm at Belleville East. 8-16 is his record up to this point. They went 3-6 last year. So last year's 8-2 mark for Collinsville was the best season in Kahok football since Tim Kane led Collinsville High School to an 8-2 mark back in 1998. And 2021 was only the 4th time since the advent of the Illinois State playoffs in 1974 that Collinsville made the playoffs. And after a 28-21 loss at home to Geneva in round number 1, Kahawks are still searching for that first ever playoff win. Last year's home playoff contest was only the second postseason game hosted at Collinsville High School. The last at home in the first round of the playoffs was a 1998 game that Collinsville lost to East St. Louis 20-14. Belleville East under Harrison, he has gone 3-6 in 2 of his first 3 years, with the other year being that 2-4 season in the COVID-shortened year of 2020. Lancers, of course, still play in the Southwestern Conference. They beat Alton last year in week number 5 for their first win before winning their final 2 games of the year on the road at Belleville West and Granite City. They went 3-2 in the final 5 games after starting the season 0-4. 3 of those 6 losses were by a touchdown or less. And these 2 teams met back in week number 1 last year, with Collinsville coming out on top by a slim margin of 13-6. Had a chance just a little while ago to catch up with Collinsville's head coach, Colton Rhodes. We'll pass that conversation on to you next as the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
My name is Sean Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the soft wave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it, and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain, and it's just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had the surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm stronger than I was up to this point last time, and honestly I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com. Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistants Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers, in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahok Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistants Association. Go Kahawks! Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Regg, your Collinsville Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Regg is a proud sponsor of your Collinsville Kahawks on the Kahok Sports Network. For all of your investment needs, see Jason Regg at his Edward Jones office at 1008 Vandalia Street in Collinsville, or call Jason at 618-344-0252 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue, new injuries per se. Also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the Ortho Gold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. The whole city of Collinsville is super excited because it's week number 1 of the football season. And we are at Kahok Stadium as your Collinsville Kahawks get ready to take on the Belleville East Lancers in week number 1. Second-year head football coach Colton Rhodes joining us now. Before we talk about this year, since we didn't get to talk to you at the end of last year's game because it just doesn't work out like that, let's go back and talk about last year. What a year, 8-2. First playoff berth since the 2010 season, 4th playoff berth ever in the history of the program, 2nd playoff home game. Wrap all that up in a nice tight bow and tell me about your thoughts on your first year.
First year was awesome. I couldn't really ask for much else. Obviously, that playoff win to tie it all together would have been nice, but 8-2 was incredible, especially after the years we had prior to that, and just seeing the team rally together, seeing the whole community kind of come together to support everybody. It was unreal experience, especially as my first year, so I couldn't ask for a better first season.
All right, let's touch on the Geneva game just a bit, man. You guys lost that by a touchdown. Your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, it was a tough game. We had a good lead there in the second quarter. We were up by 2 scores and then gave up a quick score, and I tried to get some points there before halftime. We had a fumble. They tied it up at halftime. They had all the momentum. We had some injuries there in the first half that kind of hampered us in the second half. In the second half, we just couldn't play our game. And Geneva was a great team. It was a playoff game. Nobody knows who's going to win that one. Wish we could have a couple things back, but it's good to have that experience under our belts going into this year, having already been in a playoff game.
All right, Colby Anderson, Jerry Richardson, they etched their names into the Kahok record books. Both had outstanding seasons. I don't want to just single those two out, but you have to because of the seasons they did have.
No, they both did great. There's not much else you can say about either of them. They were both playing both sides of the ball as much as they could. We tried to limit them when we could, but when there's some of the 2 best players you have on the field, you got to get them out there every time you can. So super proud of them. They've grown since they were juniors, as not only physically but also as leaders. So I'm happy to have those 2 back here leading this program on to hopefully greater things this year.
All right, let's talk about this year's team for a moment. Your offensive approach coming into the year, a little same last year. You guys had a pretty good mix of runs and passes last year.
Yeah, we're going to look to keep things fairly similar, obviously. So last year we were pretty basic, kind of on both sides of the ball, right? New scheme, new coaches, that type of thing. So we kept things as basic as we could and try to run a little things perfect. This year we're going to open it up a little bit more. We got a little bit more a chance to work with the kids and have some more time on building, and they've already had a foundation of what we were doing last year, both offensively and defensively. So now we get to hopefully have a little bit more fun and kind of get some more creative things going this year. But in the base, it'll be the same.
All right, talk about your defensive approach this year. Any changes along the D?
No, we're going to keep it that same. We're going to keep running our 3-3-5 stack that we've been running the past 2 seasons, and like I said, we're just going to build upon that, and we'll mix it up. We'll put 4 down linemen there a little bit, give them some fits on the offensive line, just kind of make them realize they have to prepare for 2 different looks. So we like to keep them guessing.
All right, we're here in week number 1. We already talked about Colby Anderson and the year he had as your quarterback last year, but here we are in week number 1, and Ethan Bagwell is your starting quarterback. So give everybody kind of an idea of the thought process that went behind that.
Yeah, so this summer we said all the positions were open this summer. We really had a good competition at quarterback, and this is I don't have a single bad thing to say about Colby Anderson. He's a great kid, great football player, and when it came down to it, the style of quarterback that Bagwell is, I think it's just going to benefit our team a little bit more. And then also the fact that I can now put Colby anywhere else on offense. I can put him at running back, give Jerry a breather, or move Jerry out wide, or I can put Colby out wide and give one of my other guys a breather that's going both ways. Like Colby has so much versatility that he can play. I think I could be successful at any position. I think I could put him at right guard, and I think he'd be a workhorse for me. The kid's unbelievable. I love that kid. He'd do anything for me, and I really appreciate having him on my team. So Ethan's going to do great for us at quarterback, and Colby's going to do a little bit of everything. You'll see him all over the field.
Doesn't hurt that Bagwell's got about 5 inches on Anderson and about 40 pounds, eh?
Yeah, no, he's a big kid, and he can throw the thing pretty far, and he can move a little bit too. So it all works together.
All right, talk to me about Belleville East. That was week number 1's competition last year. No scoring in the first half, 13-6 in the second half. Tale of two halves. So what do you take away from last year's battle against the Lancers and maybe help you this year?
Yeah, last year was a dogfight. They really brought it, and then we brought it, and luckily we ended up out on top. Last year was our first game. We had just gotten out of the COVID season. I had just taken over the reins there right around June. So I had, 2 months to prepare my kids and get them focused. And I think the first half we just weren't running things as crisply as we needed to. You could tell that in the first 2 weeks. Offensively, we weren't running things as crisp as we needed to. And then we had that explosion week 3 when finally things started to click. So hopefully now that we've been in the system long enough, our things are going to start clicking tonight a little bit earlier, and as long as our defense keeps doing what they did basically all last season, I'll be happy. And I'm expecting our defense to do that.
All right, what do you got as far as coaching changes? Anything new?
Thankfully, no. We're all the same here on the coaching staff, so everybody's back from last year, and they're ready to roll. It's been nice to have no changes. All the kids, they've got their expectations. They know what to expect, know what we expected them, and It's been a great off season. We're just happy we can finally hit somebody else tonight.
All right, so how do you go about pulling out this W in week 1?
We're just going to continue to play our game. We've got to do all the little things that we talk about each and every day. Compose ourselves, have our 5 pillars that we've been posting all over the place, but we're going to play with integrity, competitive excellence. We'll have a team first attitude, relentless effort, and then the last thing together will be a brotherhood out there on the field, and that's how we're going to approach tonight's game.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Hey, no problem. Thank you.
Colton Rhodes, your Collinsville Kahok football head coach. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll pass along some starters, maybe some stats, and who knows what else. All that and more coming up on the pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage Team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. And once again, welcome back to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey with you as we get you ready for this first game between Collinsville and Belleville East. Belleville East won the opening coin flip they have decided to receive. So Collinsville will be kicking off. Andrew Chai will be doing those honors. And back in the backfield for Belleville East, you have Khalil Waller, the 5'9", 155-pound junior. And we'll see if that ball gets kicked deep enough to him, or some of the guys on either side will take care of that one. Welcome, Dr. Chris McCluskey. How are you, sir?
Todd, couldn't be more excited. Thanks for having me back this year for this edition of 2022 Kahawk football.
We are excited. We are stepping things up. We have a sideline reporter. Mike Ogle is on the sideline with a wireless microphone. He'll be checking in every once in a while, and we have a flag on the opening kickoff, so we'll find out if that was a false start or an offside or what the case may be, and it looks like we're going to have a re-kick. It is a false start by Collinsville, so they will back it up 5 yards, and Chris Chai will try it once again. How was your summer, sir?
Summer was great. Jam-packed full of baseball for Cole and dance for the girls and family time, and glad to report that Cole McCluskey Jr. is back on Kahawk football squad this year after playing golf for 2 years.
You got a freshman on the Kahawk dance team, right?
Kendall's down there on the sidelines. It's going to be a great night, Todd.
Yeah, man, you're all excited. You got two kids on campus at the same time, and
we've been here for a lot of years, and it's all coming to fruition now, so it adds a little more excitement to the event.
All right, so a false start on the opening kickoff by Collinsville, so they'll try it again from the 35-yard line. Standing back at around his 10-yard line is Waller, and Chris Chai lets one go, and it's going to be a little bit shallow at the 20-yard line, and it's taken there by DeAndre Clark Jr. He tries up the middle, then goes around to the left-hand side, and it's brought down at about the 42-yard line, so that is where Belleville East will start from their own 42-yard line, 1st and 10. Darion Melander, a junior quarterback, gets the start tonight for Belleville East. His running backs will include Markevius Curitan, a senior, and DeAndre Clark Jr., who is a senior. Wide receivers, 3 of them in this offense for Michael Harrison and his Belleville East Lancers. Armand Vinson, Jordan Pickett, and Khalil Waller, all 3 juniors, and 2 of those 3 names we know from the basketball season.
Absolutely. Great athletes out there on the Belleville East side of the football.
All right, so Millender is in shotgun as we begin 1st and 10 for Belleville East from their own 42. Man in motion, that is Waller. He'll get the pass behind the line of scrimmage. He'll cut it up to the right, and he's got a first down and more. Finally brought down from behind, fumble, and it looks like Collinsville has it. Big tackle from behind by Roland Arms for Collinsville. That causes a fumble. Referees say Collinsville's ball.
Oh, baby, you couldn't dial that up any better. A lot of running room for the Belleville East receiver, but Roland Arms came in and made a nice chop motion with his hand and knocked the ball loose, and that will make null and void Belleville's first possession.
Well, so Collinsville will get a crack at offense here after one play and out for Belleville East. And Ethan Bagwell gets the start at quarterback for Collinsville in the place of Colby Anderson. You'll see him out there every once in a while, and he'll be on the secondary unit on defense as well. Jerry Richardson, of course, is the running back extraordinaire from last year. He's the lone setback over the right-hand shoulder of Bagwell. Here's the snap. Richardson gets a handoff and takes it up the middle. He is immediately met, and immediately he is put backwards, and that's going to be a loss of about 2 yards.
Yeah, big question for this year is Collinsville's offensive line. We lost a couple 300-pounders that graduated last year, and, we'll see if our offensive line can hold up and create some holes for Jerry Richardson. Looks like there's some size on Belleville East defensive line, so we might have to run some misdirection, try to get to the edge with Jerry this game.
Yeah, you got big number 55 out there, 305 pounds, 6'4". Number 72, 6'2", 325 pounds. There's some big boys out there. All right, Bagwell back to pass. Looks, he throws. He's got a man open, and that man is Isaiah Gordon, and Gordon gets about 7 yards of that back. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 4 to go for a 1st down.
Great route by Gordon. He just runs a little out route. Bagwell sets his feet, delivers a nice, easy ball, and that puts Collinsville back in action on an attainable 3rd down play.
Isaiah Gordon, one of the wide receivers, along with K.J. Thorpes-Watt and Darren Pinnell, all 3 juniors, and then you throw in Kylan Jordan, a sophomore, and those are your 4 wide receivers on the field right now. Richardson off the left-hand shoulder now of Bagwell. He gets the hand. Nope, Bagwell's going to keep it. Goes up the middle, runs into his own guy, and he's going to be real close to a 1st down.
Depends on the spot.
Maybe about a half a yard short, but you're right. It depends on the spot.
Looks like he's going to get a favorable spot.
He moved over a little bit as he was running.
Well, that's a great spot. Oh, now he moved it back.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though. Even if he's inches short, we go for it here.
Oh, yeah. 4th and about a half a yard to go for Collinsville, and looks like they are going to go for it. They'll rely on that line. Left end, George Lopez. Left guard, Max Link. Center, Javier Oseguera. Right guard, Owen Stroud. And right tackle, Thomas Kohler. 4 wide receiver set, 2 on each side. Here's the snap, and Bagwell gets the handoff. He's going to be stopped.
Oh, he got stopped.
He's going to be stopped about right at the line of scrimmage, and Belleville East is going to take over almost where they left off.
Yeah, Belleville East had great penetration from the linebackers. Their defensive line stood our offensive linemen up. Linebackers filled, and that stops Collinsville short of a 1st down.
So Belleville East will get the ball back. Defensively for Collinsville, the front 3, Devin Habermill, a sophomore, Thomas Kohler, a junior, and Max Link, a senior. Your linebackers, there's 5 of those. Eric Stuber, a senior, Ethan Bagwell, the junior. Zay Norton, who used to be Isaiah Norton, he's a junior. Roland Arms, we talked about him already, he's a junior. Monday Kroom, the senior. And your secondary consists of Darren Pinnell, Colby Anderson, and Isaiah Gordon. Here's a snap, and the handoff goes to Markevius Curitan, and he'll get a couple of positive yards, about 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, pay attention to 33 Zay Norton. He ranked in the state in tackles last year as a sophomore. He's a junior. But so far, Belleville East has shown that they're getting a good push off the line. And on a play that looked like could be stopped short, they gained a good 4 yards.
Yeah. The artist formerly known as Isaiah. Now Zay.
He's been Zay since I've known him.
Yeah,
right?
all right. Here's Millender is up under center now. He has 1 lone running back, 2 wide receivers on the near side, and a tight end formation as Waller goes into motion from near side to far side. Handoff is going to go to Curitan again, and he's going to get wrapped up after a gain of about a yard.
Yeah, nice play by number 5, Darren Pinnell, filling in from cornerback to stop that play just with maybe less than a yard of gain there.
Millender last year, by the way, 47 of 120 through the air, 799 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. Had a quarterback rating right around 63%.
Belleville East is backing up. Is there going to be a penalty?
I'm guessing. Looking like it.
Hold.
Yeah, holding against the Lancers, so that'll repeat second down, and instead of a 3rd and 5, it's going to be a second down and about 15.
Well, look for Belleville East to spread it out like they did in that first play from scrimmage. Timely penalty for the Kahawks with the Belleville East Lancers threatening Kahawk territory.
So we'll see if Collinsville has another big stop up their sleeve, hold them to a 3rd and long situation. We have Waller along with Vincent coming over here on the near side as wide receivers. Single tight end formation once again. One lone setback. Millender is in shotgun. Here's the snap. He looks. He throws down the middle. He's got Vincent, and Vincent is going to be brought forward, and that might be enough for a first down. It will be.
I think it is. He caught the ball about 5 yards short, and our free safeties just failed to fill, and that's going to go for a first down for the Lancers.
8:26 left to play here in this opening quarter. Todd Duke with you. Chris McCluskey's on the other microphone. One of these days we'll hear from Mike Ogle down there on the sideline. He's planning on something between each quarter and at halftime. And I know that between in the middle of this quarter, he's going to have our wonderful athletic director, Clay Smith, to talk to.
Yeah, I just saw Mike down taking notes. He's taking his job seriously, so he's going to bring some added action to your broadcast here tonight.
Mike Ogle, of course, the owner of Ogle's Auctions, one of our fine sponsors. Here's a handoff, and it gets to the line of scrimmage. Not much room to move there for Mosey Trimble, the 5'10", 182-pound senior running back for the Lancers.
Yeah, defensive line held up strong. Zay Norton fills, gets another tackle. Zay Norton's going to be tallying up tackles all year. Keep an eye on that guy at middle linebacker position. And with 2nd and a long 8 or short 9 here, this is a big play for Collinsville with Belleville, threatening deep in their territory.
Ball resting on the Collinsville 35-yard line, second down and about 9 to go. 2 men in motion, one from one side to the other. And the pitchback is going to go for about 5 yards, maybe a little bit more after second effort there by Curitan, and that's going to be close to another Belleville East first down.
Tell you what, Belleville East is showing a lot of grit here. There a lot of plays. It looks like they're going to be 3-4 yards and they end up getting 7 or 8 or 9 out of them. So big third down and a 2-yard distance to go for a first down. Boy, Collinsville could use a stop, but Belleville will probably go for 4th down here.
Yeah, on the 28-yard line. Another pitch out to Curitan, and he's going to bust right through the middle. Flag on the play, and he gets brought down from a shoestring tackle from behind. Once again by Roland Arms. We'll have to check on the flag.
Yeah, I think number 11, Jaden Howard for Belleville East, is going to get tagged for a hold from the slot wideout position.
And we will look at the...
Yes, indeed.
It is going to be a hold, and it is going to be against Belleville East. So second time on this drive, the Lancers have shot themselves in the foot.
It was pretty obvious because he was out here in the open. And
maybe that's why the hole was so big.
Right in front of the side judge. And so you're not going to get away with that. In the interior, you might get away with one. But, man, Collinsville gets a gift here. That brings up, instead of 3rd and 2, you got 3rd and 12. Collinsville has to get a stop on this play.
Well, if there wasn't no hold, that would have been a first down. So we'll take this scenario any day.
Well, at 3rd and 2, you stop them, they go for it.
Yeah.
At 3rd and 12, if you stop them short, they're not going to go for it.
All right, so we'll see what Collinsville's defense has in store for the Lancers offense. 3 wide receivers on the far side, 1 over here on the near side, 1 lone setback. Millender from the shotgun takes the snap, looks near side, throws near side, and it all picked off.
Baby!
In and out of the hands of Isaiah Gordon. Boy, oh boy.
That ball hit Gordon. He didn't even know it was there.
No, he didn't. It hit him right in the chest as he turned around.
Man, that was a missed opportunity, but great coverage by Gordon. He's right on the defender. So let's see what the Lancers do here at 4th and 12 on Collinsville's 38-yard line. I mean, gosh, what do you do? Do you punt and try to pin him deep? Do you try to go for it? I think they're going to go for it.
Looking like they are. Yep.
Man,
they are.
Big play for Collinsville's defense here.
Same formation, 3 wide receivers on the far, 1 on the near, 1 lone setback, and Millender in shotgun. Here's a snap, back to pass once again. Down the middle he goes. He fires, and he has the man open. That's going to be a big first down. Colby Anderson hit number 3 in the air. That's Desmond Clark. And I was surprised Clark held on to that ball.
And they had trips receivers on the left. Colby Anderson was just a day late and $1 short on that. I mean, one more millisecond, Colby breaks that ball up. That's a huge play for Belleville East.
First down and 10 for the Lancers from the Collinsville 17-yard line. They're in the red zone are the Lancers. 6:25 and counting here in this first quarter. Remember, these two teams played to a scoreless first half last year. Here's Millender in shotgun once again, and the handoff is going to go up the middle and not a lot of room to the 15-yard line. Gain of about 3 on the play.
Great play by number 10, Ethan Bagwell, the junior. He closed that thing down in a hurry.
Mosey Trimble with the ball carrier that time. Second down and 8 coming up for Belleville East. And Collinsville right now would just like to hold these Lancers to a field goal try.
If they have a kicker. Last year they didn't have a kicker.
Well, they say they do. Rico Lee, a junior, he's listed on the chart as a kicker. We'll see if that's just kickoffs or if that includes extra points and whatnot.
Trips right for Belleville East.
Yeah.
Look for them to spread it out. They're going to
Instead,
hand the
they're gonna
ball
hand
off
the
and go
ball off.
misdirection.
And Curitin gets taken down after a gain of about another couple of yards. So that'll bring up a third down and about 5 or 6 to go.
Yeah, number 5, Darren Pinnell fills in from cornerback. But there's another play where it looks like they're stopped at the line of scrimmage, but they get another 2 yards. Got a third and long 5, short 6 here.
Somewhere around there.
Another big third down play. Boy, Collinsville's defense is getting tested already.
Yeah, they are
in the first period, first quarter.
5 minutes left to go in that said first quarter. Defense.
Crowd comes
trying
alive.
To get the crowd into
They're
it.
getting behind their Kahawks.
Curitin is the lone setback. Millender in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers once again on the right side. High snap. And Millender looking to run it up the middle. Got all kinds of room. Gets tripped up, but a touchdown. Trying to reach out there and trip him up was Mondre Kroom. He got a hand on the cleat, but not enough to disrupt the running. And Millender is in for a touchdown.
Boy, that 4th down and inches proves pivotal so far in this game for the Kahawks. Turnover on downs. Belleville East scores the first touchdown of the game, the south end zone here at Kahawk Stadium. Great crowd here tonight,
Oh, yeah.
Todd. Lots of energy here. You know, got to commend Coach Colton Rhodes for breathing life back into this program. Great year last year. Numbers are increased this year for players. Like I said, my son included. He played golf. He said, I got to play football, Dad.
Here's
let's go.
Rico Lee out to try the extra point. There's a snap, ball down, kick is on the way, and it's low, but you know what? It's good. So 7-0 in favor of Belleville East. We still have 4:41 left to play here in this first quarter, and we'll be back to tell you all about the Kahawks' next possession here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Back here at Kahawk Stadium, let's take it down to the sideline, and Mike Ogle with Clay Smith.
All right, hello, Todd. Mike Ogle here with the Kahawk Sports Network. We're halfway through the first quarter. We're on the sidelines down here. Nice little run back here. With me is the athletic director, Clay Smith. Clay, we've been friends for a long time, but how long have you been the athletic director now?
Well, Mike, this is start my 5th year as head athletic director, and then I was assistant AD for 5 years prior.
That's right. Thank you for everything you do down here. The program looks great. The kids look great. What do you guys have coming up here in the next couple months? With soccer, you guys won soccer. What else is going on? Just a couple things.
Man, I tell you what, the fall is a busy time of year because we get going right out of the gate. So obviously we have football going on. Next week we're on the road to Triad, which is a huge game for both communities, which we love. Their AD and I like to call it the Super Bowl. In fact, We have soccer's in full swing. They played a tryout last week. They're on the road on Saturday. They'll continue to play. Our golfers have been going just about every single day. Tennis opened up yesterday at home with a 7-2 win against Alton Marquette. Our volleyball team has had 2 matches under their belt. JV has the tournament tomorrow, and they're in full swing next week. So cross country begins at Granite City. So, man, we are firing all cylinders, and it's awesome to see. There's a sea of purple here tonight, and I love it.
I hope you guys are taking notes about all those dates, but I'm sure you can look on the website and catch them all. Todd, you're going to be announcing a lot of them games. And Clay, thank you. This is our first time trying it out on the sidelines. We hope we did good, but we're taking it back to you, Todd. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it very much. Mr. Mike Ogle along with Clay Smith. And a pass complete for Collinsville's Isaiah Gordon. Gets about 4 yards, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Great job, Mike Ogle, sideline reporting. Thanks to Clay Smith. Man, I tell you what, you got to thank Clay Smith. He's done so much for this program since he's been in his position, so we really appreciate him. And here come the K-Hawks on a 2nd and long 6 or 7.
4 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Collinsville trails 7-0. Here's the snap, and it's going to be a keeper by Bagwell. He tries off left guard, and he gets enough for the first down and just a little bit more all the way up to the K-Hawk 46-yard line.
We'll take that. Ethan Bagwell is a big 6'3", probably 240 at these days. A Mizzou baseball commit. That's SEC baseball, Todd. That's the best baseball in the country. Ethan Bagwell is a man-child out there. And you've got Colby Anderson, backup running back, but you've got Jerry Richardson out there with him. K-Hawk should be able to move the ball consistently on the ground tonight.
A break huddle with a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. 3 wide receivers on the right side. 1 over here on the near side. That's Kylan Jordan. Empty backfield. Bagwell back there by himself.
Look for Jerry Richardson coming out of the slot.
And a man in motion is Gordon, and a direct snap to Gordon. Gets swallowed up in the backfield for a loss of about 4 on the play, make it 5.
Interesting play call out of the K-Hawks. Gordon's a great athlete, but seems like after a nice first down, you want to get the ball in Jerry Richardson's hands, right? I mean, top 10 ranked running back in the state.
Yeah. I don't carries does Richardson have so far?
It's 1. 1, I think.
One carry for Jerry Richardson.
Tonight.
My stat keeper over there, Andy Sullins. Appreciate his help as well. Again, empty backfield. Bagwell back to pass. Looks down the middle. Throws down the middle.
Oh, no.
Off of Richardson's shoulder pad, and that was dangerous as a couple of the safeties in the back had a chance to maybe intercept that ball, but boy, oh boy, if he would have caught that, he would have been off to the races.
That was a touchdown. Yeah,
yep.
Bagwell maybe put a little bit of heat on that ball. Bagwell throws a baseball 93, 94 miles an hour, so he's going to have a little touch. He just threw that ball right through Richardson's hands. Boy, that was an unfortunate turn of events for K-Hawk offense.
3rd and about 15 to go. Big 3rd down here for Collinsville. Got to get this first down. They're going to end up punting the ball back to the Lancers, who already have
They're going to run the
a
same play
7-0 lead. Looks
Watch
like
this.
it. Now this time Richardson comes into motion. Well, we'll settle into the slot over here on this near side. Now most of the linebackers back up off the line of scrimmage for Belleville East. Back to pass is Bagwell. Looks down the middle again. Throws it, and he's got Richardson this time for a first down in Lancers territory.
Jerry Richardson wasn't going to drop that ball, baby. I guarantee you that.
No.
That is a huge play for the Collinsville K-Hawks to get the ball in Belleville East Lancer territory and breathe some life into this offense.
About a 23-yard pickup there for Collinsville, and that moves the chains and puts the K-Hawks in Lancer territory for the first time tonight. 2:25 left to go here in this first quarter. Collinsville trying to march down and tie this thing up. Bagwell in shotgun. Has Richardson off of his right-hand shoulder. There's the snap, and the handoff is going to go to Richardson. He gets by one.
Here we go, baby. Here we go, baby.
Gets by another. Gets upended, and he's got about 8 yards. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 2 after a nice 8-yard pickup by Richardson.
I mean, that's what we got to have. Keep the ball in Jerry Richardson's hands. He's so good. We've got a great line. We've got good lead backers. And Colton Rhodes knows that I think he was trying some trickery there at the beginning because everybody was keying on Richardson, so try to go somewhere else. But at the end of the day, you got to put the ball in his hands, right?
That's exactly right. Darren Pinnell lines up as a slot receiver over on the far side.
You might take a shot here.
Along with KJ Thorpe's-Watt. And over here on this near side is Kylan Jordan. Here's Bagwell. He's going to run it himself. Off the right tackle, make that the left tackle. Flag on the play as he was in the middle of his run. Might be a holding call against Collinsville.
I'm hoping for a face mask, but I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah, looks like it's going to go against the Kahawks.
Referee threw that flag right away.
Yep.
And look, our offensive line has their hands full, right? I mean, they're outmatched physically, so there's a holding. Yep.
So Collinsville picks up their first holding call on the offensive side of things after Belleville East did that a couple of times on their touchdown drive, but they rectified the situation and made it work.
Yeah, if we run the ball in the interior, you're going to expose our linemen. They're going to have to be very careful. If we can bounce the ball to the edge, it's going to take the focus off of our interior linemen, and you hope that our specialty backs can bust some wide-out plays.
All right. Second down, 16 after the penalty. And Richardson again remains the lone setback. Same formation, same receivers. Here's the snap, and Bagwell back to pass. He's going to skirt one along the sideline where he finds Devin Habermill, and Habermill will pick up about 7 of those, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, not mad at that. You know, on 2nd and long, you just got to get yourself in range to get a 1st down on 3rd down. And honestly, at this point in the field, you know, if you get 7 or 8, you're probably going to go for it. But we do have Andrew Chai.
Oh, yeah.
Andrew Chai was hitting 50-yard field goals in practice last week.
Devin Habermill is one of the front linemen on the defensive side of things, but they'll bring him in as a secret weapon every once in a while. 2 wide receivers on either side of this formation. Colby Anderson is in the slot over here on the near side. First time we've seen him out there on offense. Here's a snap, Bagwell to pass. He's got Richardson wide open, up the sideline. 1st down, out of bounds at the 24-yard line.
Man, great play. You bring in Colby Anderson as a slot. It gains the attention of the linebackers, and then you just leak Richardson out of the backfield. Good for a 1st down for the Kahawks. Great call, Colton Rhodes.
Yeah, it was.
So that moves the chains. Collinsville will be on Belleville East 24.5-yard line, it looks like, with a fresh set of chains. 1st and down, Collinsville Kahawks.
Getting after it now.
Trips left here for
Trips
Kahawks.
left. That's also where Richardson stands, over the left-hand shoulder of Bagwell, and fake handoff to him. Down the line, Pinnell. Thought he was going to get out of the way. Thought he was going to get right past DeAndre Clark Jr., but Clark Jr. stuck with it and took care of it.
Let me tell you this. That was an outstanding play by DeAndre Clark Jr., right? He doesn't make that tackle. Pinnell's off to the races. I mean, we gambled a little bit, and DeAndre Clark Jr. made us pay. Great job, young man.
Well, Pinnell gets no gain on that one, so it'll be 2nd down and 10 now for Collinsville.
It'll be the end of the 1st period here, Todd.
Yep, sure will. That'll be the last second to tick off. We will take a break, and we'll come back with quarter number 2 in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
And once again, we welcome you back to Kahawk Stadium, 7-0 in favor of Belleville East. After 1 quarter of play, before we begin the 2nd quarter, we send it back down to the sidelines for another interview with Mike Ogle.
Okay, that's our cue right there, Scott. We're good. Hello, everybody. Mike Ogle here with the Kahawk Sports Network on the sidelines tonight for the first time. We're trying this out. First interview went pretty good with Mr. Smith. With me right now is the cheer director, Scout Mitchell. Hi, Scout. What kind of events you guys got coming up here for the cheer team in the next, say, month or so?
Well, we have a bunch of football games coming up and also have some basketball games starting in November. And then at the end of the year, we do have quite a few competitions, and hopefully we make it to state again this year.
That's right. Last year you guys went to state.
We sure did. Yeah, I had 7.
All right. I was doing cheers from 1989 when I was in school earlier today, and the girls were laughing at me, but I still remember them. I hope I hear them tonight. How many seniors you guys got this year?
We actually don't have any seniors at all this year, but we do have 5 juniors.
5 juniors, so young team here. Anything else you want to add, Scout?
I don't think so.
How long have you been doing this?
This is my 10th year coaching, and this is my 7th year with that high school.
Okay, great, Scott. Thanks for having us. Back to you, Todd, up in the booth. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much there, Mr. Mike Ogle. We appreciate the sideline reporting. We're working on trying to get all that popping sound out of there. I think we just have to have him move up a little bit closer because he's right underneath our press box. Here's a shot down toward the end zone, and 3 wide receivers were covering the intended defensive backs were covering Darren Pinnell, and I don't know. We're lucky that didn't get intercepted.
Man, I'll tell you what. Collinsville's had some bright spots on offense tonight, but no real kind of mojo, right? No real momentum. It's kind of hit or miss. Now all of a sudden we're backed up. 4th down and, gosh, almost 19. And, I mean, who knows? Let's see what can happen, right?
Yeah.
Maybe somebody can break a play.
Well,
and
Bagwell is the punter also, so there's always that part of the equation. But this looks like an offensive setup.
I think we're going to give it a shot.
And Bagwell back to pass. He's getting some pressure. Rolls out of it to his right. Still looking. He's going to throw it, and he's going to throw it into the ground.
Oh, boy.
Missed through that one. He got a wobbly pass that never had any air underneath it, and his intended target down there was Isaiah Gordon, and it bounced about 5 feet in front of Isaiah.
He had an open receiver. He just tried to throw on the run instead of setting his feet. And, Bagwell hasn't run quarterback in a while. He's going to have to kind of get his feet from underneath him. And the big deal now is Collinsville's got to make a stop. I mean, you're 0 for 2 on offensive possessions. You cannot let Belleville East come down and go up 2 touchdowns here with 10 minutes left in the second period.
No, you cannot. As we mentioned last year, 0-0 at the end of one half of play. Collinsville ended up winning that game 13-6. Lancers had a late score after Collinsville went up 13-0.
Yeah, the times we've put the ball in Jerry Richardson's hands, we're moving the ball. We've got to go to Jerry Richardson, right? Live or die by him, but we've got to do it.
All right, here's Millender. He's back in the backfield by himself, but that's going to be a false start on Belleville East, and that'll come back 5 yards.
False start, Belleville East.
Mike Ogle says, this is fun. Laugh out loud.
He loves it. He loves it. Tell him to stand closer to the fence.
Yeah, he's been bothering me for years to take your place.
Sure he has. Mike Ogle's a great guy. Actually, sideline reporter is a great gig for Mike.
Yeah, he's got the personality for it, doesn't he?
He's got the personality. He can hit the interviews quick, and he's a good guy.
10:53 left.
And a big supporter of Collinsville community and sports. So we appreciate Mike Ogle.
They've been a supporter of ours since when they owned Cullip Jennings Florist.
Yeah, he and I were the original supporters of this whole deal.
Yeah, you're right. You are. There's a snap. Millender back to pass. He throws, and he throws it right through the hands of his intended receiver, Desmond Clark.
Yeah, how about a turnover here? Pick 6, right? That turned the momentum around. The crowd, we got a great crowd here, but not a lot to cheer for so far tonight. Everybody's kind of quiet. We get a big pick 6, get into the end zone, light this crowd up, get a little momentum here.
Well, we had the false start penalty, so it's 2nd down and 15. We had 1 turnover already. The first play from scrimmage, Belleville East fumbled it. Collinsville got it, but couldn't do anything with it. Almost had an interception, but almost doesn't count in this game.
Showing blitz. Collinsville showing blitz. Isaiah Norton backs up. Now he's coming back in.
Millender has one
He's
lone
coming.
receiver.
He's
and
coming.
Throw it to Waller. Waller, he does not get out of trouble, but he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and about 10 to go here for the Lancers.
Yeah, that was great football play by Collinsville's wideouts, their cornerbacks and safeties who are out on the edge. Number 99, Devin Habermail, really came up huge on that play. Again, Collinsville took a gamble kind of like we did with Pinnell earlier.
Yeah.
And, their guy made a great play. This time Habermail makes a great play. So let's see what Collinsville can do on 3rd down.
Gave him a gain of 6, so 3rd down and 9. Millender in shotgun once again, trying to bark out signals, trying to catch the Kahawks off guard here, make them jump offside.
He's going to change the play at the line of scrimmage.
3 wide receivers on the far, 1 on the near, 1 lone setback. Here's the snap. Back to pass is Millender. He's flushed out of the pocket. Rolls out to his right. Still looking. He's got it, but it's going to be short of the first down by about 1.5 yards. It'll bring up 4th down, and most likely the Lancers will go for it, even though they're standing at their own 44-yard line.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Like, we've got to get a little bit more push in the backfield. Belleville East quarterback has all day long, and it's really putting stress on our defensive backs.
9.5 minutes left to go.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, you look for a fake here.
Yeah, they're bringing in
Look for a fake here.
Keithan Jones. He is the punter, a sophomore, wears number 18. He's back. Jerry Richardson will go back to collect this punt. If they do indeed do a punt, they're going to try and draw them off sides.
No way. No way they punt this ball.
There's the snap, and there is a punt. It's high. It's not very deep. That's going to stop at the 40-yard line, and Belleville East is going to let it roll, and it's not going to roll very far.
That's shocking. That's shocking.
Yeah, Collinsville will have a good spot to start from their own 35.
If I'm a Belleville East fan, I am not thrilled with that call.
You ain't kidding there.
I mean, they've got the momentum. Wow, that's surprising.
9 minutes and 1 second left to go here in this first half. 7-0 in favor of the Lancers of Belleville East. They scored 4:41 left on the clock in the first quarter, and no one's been able to score since.
Well, again, I've said it the entire first half. Let's put the ball in Jerry Richards' hands, see what can happen. I mean, we got to score going into halftime. And it really is inconsistent we played, being down 1 touchdown. I'll take it right now.
I hear you.
I mean,
4 wide receivers on the field, 2 split on either side of the formation. Richardson, the lone running back. Man, oh boy. Bagwell at the last second flipped it to him. It looked like Richardson wasn't ready for it, and luckily they got about 1.5 yards out of that instead of losing ground.
Yeah, a little option play, and Belleville East linebackers read that very, very, very well. You got to give credit to Belleville East defense. I mean, they've got some athletes out there. They're standing in our lineup. Their linebackers are pursuing heavily. So Collinsville is going to have to find some way to get out in open space.
Bagwell went over and talked to Colton Rhodes to get his marching orders for this play. He has them. 3 wide receivers on the far, 1 on the near. And in shotgun is Bagwell. He takes the snap. He's back to pass. Throws it down the middle. Has Pinnell at the 40-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 3, which will bring up a 3rd down and 5 for the Kahawks.
Yeah, odd route. Pinnell just runs kind of a little turnaround pattern. He didn't hit him in stride. Maybe he threw it behind him. I'm not sure. But much ado about nothing there on a 2nd down play. Brings a big 3rd down and a long 5.
Third 5s can be tough, man.
Oh, man, especially in your own territory.
Yeah. Richardson, the lone running back. He's over the right-hand shoulder of Bagwell. 2 wide receivers on either side. Bagwell's back to pass. Looks, throws, near sideline. Trying to find Gordon and baby!
Oh!
Baby! Oh! KJ Thorpe's Watt took it right out of the hands of Sonny McGill. Touchdown, Collinsville.
Khalil Thorpe's right. Oh, Khalil, baby, he's an All-American track athlete, a high jumper, and a triple jumper. I thought that ball was going to be intercepted, and Khalil Thorpe's Watt said, "That's my ball, sir." Oh, that's a huge play, Todd. Huge play.
That is a 60-yard touchdown pass.
Oh, Khalil's flexing on the sideline. He's grown up with these guys in Cole. You couldn't find a nicer kid. I'm so happy for KJ. He didn't play freshman and sophomore year either. This is his first year back. And welcome back to Kahok Stadium, KJ.
Darren Pinnell will do the hold here as Andrew Chai is ready to tie this up with an extra point try. Here's the snap. Ball down. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. We are tied 7-7 with 7:34 left to go here in this second quarter, and we'll take a break. Belleville East will get the ball next when we come back from this timeout on the Kahok Sports Network.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, your place for online auctioning. Go to ogleauctions.com to check out the week's items up for auction. Ogle Auctions deals in everyday items like board games, t-shirts, clocks, antique items, and more. To collectible items, anyone in the market for, say, a trolley? Or maybe you're into more treasure troves, like vinyl albums, cars, or motorcycles. And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more auctionable items. Ogle Auctions of Collinsville. Auctions every Sunday at 7 p.m. Check them out at www.ogleauctions.com or call Kim or Mike Ogle at 618-218-2117.
Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey, and Mike Ogle back with you from Kahok Stadium. A big 60-yard touchdown catch from Ethan Bagwell to KJ Thorpe's Watt has tied this game up at 7 apiece with 7:34 left to go here in this first half.
Man, that is just what the doctor ordered. A little bit of lackluster play out of the Kahawks. Bagwell throws a jump ball. Looks like it's going to be intercepted, and KJ
Man, you ain't kidding.
Thorpe's Watt just said, give me that ball.
Ripped
what
it
a
right
play.
out of his hands,
Talk
man.
about a playmaker, right?
This ball is going to end up going out of bounds on the kickoff, so the Lancers will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. And Andrew Chai not very happy with himself.
Nah, I think he misstepped or something. That's certainly not what you want on a kickoff. However, Kahawks have shown they can stop Belleville East on defense. 7:30 left. Wouldn't you think it would be great if we could make a stop, score again, go into halftime with the lead? Here comes the Kahawk marching band. They're going to give an energetic lift to this crowd. And great football game here.
Colton Rowe just went over and picked up A.J. Thorpe's Watts and picked him up and smacked him on his head a couple of times.
Absolutely. That's a big-time play.
You ain't kidding, man.
That is a big-time play.
He stole that ball right out of McGill's hands like it was a loaf of bread. He was on his way home, and it was like the middle of the Depression, and he was like, give me that bread.
Unbelievable. Way to go, KJ Thorpe's Watt. And, and that gives him confidence. And that tells Bagwell he can put the ball up, and KJ will go get it.
All right, back to action and a
yes,
run.
Sir.
And a little bit of a loss on the play there as Markevius Curitan runs the ball over on left tackle and might have got back to the line of scrimmage.
Ethan Bagwell, let me tell you about Eric Stuber on that play. That kid came in and filled and knocked the snot out of that Belleville East running back. Good night.
Clock continues to move. 2nd down and 10. Looks like they actually gave him a loss of a play, so 2nd and 11.
Stuber knocked the equipment loose on his helmet. He's over at the tackle box fixing his helmet. He hit that guy so hard. Great job, Stuber.
Millender in shotgun. One lone setback. 3 wide receivers on the far, 1 here on the near, and a fake handoff. Ball goes out to the far side, and at the line of scrimmage, it busted out of a tackle. Man. That was going to be a no gain on the pass, but you got to hand it to DeAndre Clark Jr., who kept, that was Xavion Moody, who kept those feet churning and got extra yards out of that.
Yeah, Colby Anderson had him stopped in the backfield, and he just kept his legs pumping and made something out of nothing. So huge 3rd down and 5 for both teams, right? For the East offense and the Kahawk defense.
Rackham Dixon lines up as a wide receiver for the first time on the far side. 3 wide receivers here on the near. Millender in shotgun once again. We've seen him under center like once in this game. The rest of the time he's been in shotgun.
Yeah, change and play at scrimmage.
They are. Wide receiver over here is throwing up his hands like, I don't know what you called. Am I in this play? Here's a snap and a pass, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
Our defensive, our wide out and our cornerback had their guys covered. Colby Anderson was 15 yards deep. They had a slot receiver wide open. They just threw it to him and got him the first down.
Oh, yeah. Move the chains. And a fresh set of downs for the Lancers here. 6:35 left to play in this first half in a 7-7 contest thus far. Devin Habermill checks back into the game for Collinsville.
Yeah, as does number 60, Thomas Cole.
Uh-oh. A timeout called by Collinsville just before they got flagged for too many men on the field. So a timeout on the field. We'll step aside for a quick break. We're back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and they care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
In Collinsville, call Scott Allen at 618-346-1500.
Todd Duke and Dr. Chris McCluskey, Mike Ogle back with you. And speaking of Mr. Ogle, to the sidelines we go. Take it
I'm
away.
going to try to catch Coach Rhodes going into the locker room here at the halftime, see what his thoughts are. And I also have the band director, Alfredo De Leon, I believe I said that. He's going to join me in the third quarter and see what's going on with the band. So let's see how this quarter take us to the half, Todd. Thank you very much.
You got it, sir. Thank you, Mr. Mike Ogle. Appreciate you and your wireless microphone giving us a sideline report. Big move up there, and that was a big gain by Markevius Curitin, and a hold will bring it right back, though. Holding against Belleville East, and that'll negate probably a good 8-yard pickup.
Yeah, now you got to pay attention to the clock. Only 5:15 left here in the second. Oh, 6:15. The goalpost is in my way.
I know.
6:15 left, so you've got to look at the clock. Not a lot of offensive action going on here at Kahok Stadium tonight. Of course, it's the first game of the year. Everybody's trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. But both teams playing hard. Proud of our Kahawks here. Awesome to see a great crowd. Great numbers on the sidelines. Colton Rhodes done a great job of revitalizing this program. And we'll see if the Kahawks can't get a stop here. First and a long 20, 21 maybe.
21 it is. Millender is under center this time. And a little confusion on the line there for the Lancers, but they'll take the snap and they'll pitch it back, and Collinsville couldn't hold him. Out into the open, trying to stiff arm, and finally brought down from behind was Moisey Trimble after a big pickup there of about 35 yards.
Well, that's terribly unfortunate. They went heavy load left on the line. Our linebackers just failed to realize it. They got sealed inside, something terrible. And the Belleville East running back was just off to the races. Credit Isaiah Gordon for staying with him and taking him down. I thought he was off to the races, Todd.
I did too. So into Collinsville territory are the Lancers. 1st and 10 from the Kahok 26-yard line.
They're going to do the same thing again. Yeah. Overload left. Come on, linebackers. They're going to do the exact same thing.
Same
and it worked
pitch,
again.
and it worked again, only this time a different runner. This is Brandon Coleman, and Coleman picks up a first down.
Man, oh, man. Collinsville's defense has got to find a way to adjust. I mean, they run the exact same formation. The linebackers have got to shift over to the weak side of the field. Otherwise, you have no chance.
Clock continues to run as we approach 5 minutes left to go here in this first half. Another first down here for Belleville East. Ball resting on the Kahawks' 14-yard line.
So, again, look at okay, Colby Anderson's coming in. We've got number 28, Mondre Kroom, giving a lot of cushion.
Fumble, and Millender ends up back on top of it, I think. No.
Oh, that could be huge.
They're going to say Collinsville's got this
huge.
ball.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Oh, baby, what a gift for the Kahawk football squad. They have got to capitalize on this turnover. Great job, defense.
Yeah, I believe that was Zay Norton there with the fumble recovery, and I believe he knocked out Millender as Millender was trying to jump on the ball.
Yeah, you know what? Credit Collinsville Kahawk defense. You know, they give up some big plays, but they are not going to go down without a fight. Here comes Zay Norton, the artist formerly known as Isaiah. Picks up a big turnover. Let's see if Collinsville can bust one here.
Two wide receivers on the near as well as the far.
We're spreading it out.
Richardson the lone setback right over Bagwell's left shoulder. Bagwell in the shotgun, takes the snap, goes back to pass. Got some pressure coming from behind. He better get rid of it. He does. He throws it into the ground very wisely, or he would have been sacked for about a 5-yard loss.
Number 58 for the Kahawks, Owen Stroud has a knee problem, I believe.
Yeah, he's down. Now we are going to have a injury timeout, so we'll step aside as well. and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is the new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmers markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And just off of the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream, gelato, house-made recipes, and premium-sourced products. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, only in Collinsville, Illinois. Second down and 10 for Collinsville from their own 10-yard line. Or make that the 15-yard line, excuse me. Here's the snap. And it's going to be a delayed handoff to Richardson, who tries around that left side. He's going to pick up about 1.5 yards before he's finally brought down. It's going to bring up a third down and about 7.
Yeah, Jerry tried to bounce it to the outside. Almost looked like the linebackers overplayed it. Had he gone up the middle, he might have had some green space, but can't fault the guy for trying to find open ground. And at the end of the day, that'll bring up a third and long 7 for the Kahawks.
Coming up on 4:10 left to play here in this first half.
A lot of third down and long plays for the Kahawks in this first half. Hopefully we can make some adjustments in the second half. You won't see this quite as much. Probably going to see Bagwell go deep here. Let's see what happens.
Third down and about 7 to go. Here's the snap. Bagwell back to pass. He's looking, he's running out, and he's going to get
he's
sacked.
Oh,
yep.
no.
All the way
you can't
inside
take
the
a sack.
5-yard line. Inside the 5-yard line. That's going to hurt, because that's going to bring up fourth down, and Collinsville will have no choice but to punt this ball away.
Well, now you got to punt from your end zone.
Yep.
I mean, this is scary business.
Yep.
Right? I mean, at the end of the day, if you're going to throw the ball long, that's great, but you got to get rid of the football. But when you spread the offensive, out, you run the risk of linebackers blitzing, and that's exactly what Belleville East did. Credit them for picking up on Collinsville's strategy and making us pay.
Bagwell is back on his own end line there in the end zone, so he's got to be careful. Here's a snap. Waller is back to collect. That's a high punt. And Waller is going to let it bounce. And it's going to take a big Kahawk bounce all the way across midfield. Collinsville will jump on it on the Lancers' 48-yard line.
Oh, my. That ball traveled 61 yards.
Yeah, they'll give him just a little bit less than that, because technically the line of scrimmage was on the 4.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It'll go down as a what?
56, something like that?
51 from the 4, like 47.
Oh, yeah.
47 maybe. But the ball went 61 yards.
Definitely.
Incredible. Way to go, Ethan Bagwell. Holy cow.
Well, we'll see if Collinsville can make that stand. Still a very short field which to work with for Belleville East. They cut the field in half. 2:57 left to play here in this first half. Lancers have all 3 of their timeouts left. Collinsville has 2.
It is, and Collinsville's defense has been on the field an awful lot this first half.
They sure have.
And they're outmatched on the line. So our linebackers have got to continue to make up for the size mismatch that we're facing on the line.
Millender is in shotgun once again. 1 lone setback. 3 wide receivers here on the near side. He looks to the near side. He throws, and he has a man. That's Jordan Pickett.
There we go.
Pickett, the basketball player, is taken down, and Colby Anderson is happy to attend.
Absolutely. Just what I was talking about. Collinsville's defensive backs fill in and make a huge play to stop Belleville East short, and that's going to be a loss
of about 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Great play, Colby Anderson, number 1.
Now, a lot of these basketball players out here. Jordan Pickett, of course, the younger brother of Javon Pickett.
There's no shortage of athletes down at Belleville East.
Nope.
That is for sure.
Nope, not at all. 2:15 left to play here in this first half. After the loss, ball sits on the Lancers' 46-yard line. It'll be second down and 13 to go. And Millender in shotgun once again. He goes back to pass. He looks, he throws, and he's got a man, but I believe that was it caught?
I think he dropped the ball.
No, he did. Right, incomplete. I was wondering, the ball was kind of blocked by our view up here of the play, so I had to wait for the referee to give the no catch signal, and he did, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and long for the Lancers.
Who made that play? Was that Habermail or Stuber?
I thought that was Gordon.
Was it Gordon filling in from cornerback?
Could have been.
My goodness, what a great play. Man, Isaiah Gordon has grown as a player. I mean, you remember last year, like he was a sophomore out there with varsity guys. He's having a great game tonight.
Split wide receivers, 2 on either side. Now one heads to the far side. One lone setback. And Millender in shotgun once again. Here's the snap.
Blitz.
Back to pass. Throw down the middle. He's got a man wide open and a juggling catch. And trotting his way into the end zone is Adam Hendricks with a touchdown for the Lancers.
Man, I'll tell you what, Collinsville, we've got Belleville East 3rd and long, and we blitz a linebacker, and we really put the test to our free safety, and that really cost Collinsville. That was a gamble, and we came up short.
Yeah, we sure did. So,
man, oh man.
Extra point try coming up.
You know,
is there a flag on the play?
We haven't been able to get
sideline warning.
We haven't been able to get to the quarterback all night.
Touchdown's good. Sideline warning for Belleville East, so they will try the extra point. And it'll be Rico Lee once again who will give the extra point a try.
Man, with a minute, 2 minutes left, and we're going to gamble on 3rd and long. Hey, that's high risk, high reward, right?
Yeah.
Just did not pay off for Collinsville.
Waller is the holder for the extra point tries. Rico, he's already made one. Here's the snap, ball down. Kick is on the way, and all good.
He missed it.
Hit the crossbar.
Boy, that could be huge.
Hit the crossbar, so 13-7 in favor of Belleville East. 1:53 left to play here in this half, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010.
Rico Lee ready to kick off. And back deep for Collinsville, Pinnell. And they're going to not test Pinnell, but it's going to go up close. That's going to, oh, man. That ball comes out. It's picked up by Belleville East, and they say they got it, and they're going to run it in, and we got a player hurt.
KJ Thorpe Swat picked up that ball. He should have never picked it up. He should have let it go back to Jerry Richardson. But, he did.
Lancer's ball.
And he fumbled. That is a huge turn of events.
Sure is.
Huge turn of events.
Well, picking himself up off the ground is KJ Thorpe's Watt, and he doesn't appear to be that injured as he meets Amanda Bauer out there at midfield, and I'm sure his ego is hurt more than anything.
Oh, boy.
And he's got to stay out there. Oh, no, he's going to come off.
Oh, boy.
So 1st and 10 in the red zone already for the Lancers at the Collinsville 19-yard line, and just when you thought maybe we could come back and maybe put up some points before the halftime festivities arrive, but now we have got to turn the page and try to stop the Lancers from adding on to the score before halftime.
Well, if there was ever a time for Collinsville Kahok defense to come up huge, this would be it. Our defense has been on the field most of the first half. And here they go. Let's see what they can do. I believe in them.
Millender is under center this time. One lone running back, 2 wide receivers on the far side.
He
fumbles again. This time Millender falls on it right at the line of scrimmage, so no gain. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 As we approach 1:35 left to
you
play.
just want the clock to run, right? But they've got
3
timeouts
timeouts,
left,
yeah.
right? So that's not going to be a factor.
Well,
you're going to have to stop them.
Wow, there was just a little bit of a breeze. I mean, just barely, and it felt so good. It was a lot more humid than I thought it was going to be today.
It heated up a little bit.
Yeah, it did.
You know, but we've been spoiled.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez, for this time of year.
Oh, I know.
It has been unseasonably cool.
Same formation. 2nd down and 10. Millender under center. He's going to go back and he's going to pass. He's going to launch one toward the back of the end zone, and that's going to be out of the back of the end zone. And that'll stop the clock with 1:01 left to play.
Quarterback slow to get up.
Millender, he pops up though. He's okay. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 10. Collinsville hoping they can stop this Belleville East Lancer team from scoring here on a turnover on the opening kickoff after the Lancers took a 13-7 lead. And a timeout called. I do believe that Belleville East calls that timeout as they were approaching a delay of game call. So we will go ahead and step aside for just a moment, and we're back after a brief timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Regg, your Collinsville Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Regg is a proud sponsor of your Collinsville Kahawks on the Kahok Sports Network. For all of your investment needs, see Jason Regg at his Edward Jones office at 1008 Vandalia Street in Collinsville, or call Jason at 618-344-0252 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Back here at Kahok Stadium, Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey, Mike Ogle with you. Big shout out to all those folks over at the Lucky Fox just down the road here. That's where I had my pregame meal. I said I'd tell them all hi. So hello to the folks at the Lucky Fox. I'll be going across the street to LC's after the game, and we'll say hello to them too.
Yeah, we were at LC's before the game. Great Kahawk supporters over there at LC's Pub.
Here's a snap. Millender's back to pass. He throws it, and that is almost, well, not really almost in anybody's hands. It missed the receiver, and the closest one for Collinsville there was Eric Stuber, and it went by him too. So it was
yeah, big 4th and 10 here. I mean,
yeah.
My goodness, this crowd needs to come alive for this Kahawk defense.
We have 57.1 seconds to go after the incomplete pass stops the clock, and we'll see what Belleville East has up their sleeve here on 4th down and 10. Crowd rustles a little bit thanks to the help of Dr. Chris McCluskey and his excellent whistling capabilities.
It's a huge play, Todd.
Flag on the play.
Delay game?
And no, the clock still had 7 seconds left on it. Too many men on the field. Oh, substitution penalty.
Substitution.
Wow. Well, that'll help.
Oh, we got to do it again.
Yeah. So that'll back them up 5 yards. It'll bring up a 4th down and 15. Need to get all the way down to the 10-yard line for a first down. 4th down and 15. Need a big play here from the defense just to stop them and try to get this ball back. Here is Millender in shotgun. He'll go back to pass. Pump fakes. Throws down the middle. Got a man, but overthrows him. And Collinsville will take over at their own 25-yard line.
Ooh, baby. Receiver was open. Quarterback overthrows him. That's huge. Todd, they score there. That's a tough hole to dig out of. Now all of a sudden we got a chance to come down the field and score.
Jordan Pickett was the intended receiver on that play, and it was just past his outstretched right arm. Went right over his fingertips.
Come on, Kahawks. Let's break a play and do something electric to go into the – and this is where that missed extra point comes into play, right?
51.6 seconds left. Collinsville has 2 timeouts, so we'll see how they want to play it. 1 wide receiver on the far side, 3 over here on the near side. Jerry Richardson remains the lone setback. Bagwell in shotgun. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line for Collinsville. Bagwell back behind
Here
the
we
line
go.
of scrimmage.
Come on, Jerry.
Pass to Jerry Richardson.
Come on,
Gets out
Jerry.
of one. Gets out of another, and up to the 32-yard line he will go.
We'll take
That's
it.
a gain
Timeout.
of about 8 on the play.
Timeout.
And we'll bring up a second down.
Timeout.
Second down and 2. Little chatterbox over here tonight, aren't you?
I'm excited.
All right, no timeout and a hurry-up offense. A throw that's into the ground. That'll stop the clock at least. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, that'll stop the clock, so that'll give Collinsville a chance to reset.
24 seconds left to play here in this opening half. Collinsville trails by 6. Andrew Chai on the sideline getting that leg warmed up in case Collinsville can get into field goal range. But that's a long ways off as well. Right now they're still in their own territory here at the 32-yard line. It's a 3rd down and 2. And 3 wide receivers far, 1 near.
Need to get a first down to have a couple more shots at it.
Richardson stands over the left shoulder of Bagwell. Bagwell in shotgun once again. Here's the snap and a fake handoff, and Bagwell's going to keep it, and he is not going to get enough for the first down. He doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. I think they're going to let the clock run out now. That they do. Clock continues to run, and we are going to head to halftime, and the Kahawks will go to the locker room down by 6, but Collinsville will get the ball to start the second half as the Lancers got the opening kickoff, so Collinsville will get the next kickoff, and that is halftime. And we welcome you into the halftime show, brought to you by Woods Basement Systems, all things basement-y. Since 1986, Woods Basement Systems. Give them a call at 618-708-5055, and we're back with some halftime scores and maybe an interview. Who knows what we have in store for you on the Woods Basement Halftime Show coming up next on the Kahok Sports
Your
Network.
home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Calling all sports fans. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Caseyville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs that you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers, sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest brew in town. And don't forget to try your luck at the Lucky Fox Gaming Room. Dine in and catch a game, or order carryout with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-855-9500.
Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking, LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking, LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200. The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
And once again, welcome back into the Woods Basement Halftime Show here on the Kahok Sports Network. It is 13-7 after one half of play as Belleville East has the lead. Let's go through some out-of-town scores for you right now. Most of these are at halftime. Triad over Mattoon by a score of 14-0. We will be at Triad next week, and we'll be playing Mattoon a little bit later on in the year. Danville right now over Belleville West by 1 point, 13-12. It is Harrisburg over East Alton Wood River, 21-6. Alton and Cahokia are tied 22-22. Jackson, Missouri, blanking the Edwardsville Tigers right now, 14-0. It is O'Fallon over Normal, 13-7 at halftime. Roxana right now over Robinson, 13-7. Jerseyville blanking Granite City. We have Granite City on our schedule later in the year, 21-0. And Redbud shutting out Pinckneyville by a score of 20-0. Let's take a look at some of the halftime stats that we have for you. We'll begin with Belleville East, and they have a couple of running backs that have done pretty well so far. Marquise Curitan has ran the ball 7 times for 14 yards. Brandon Coleman 1 time for 12. Moisey Trimble 3 carries for 41 yards. And Darian Millender has carried the ball twice for 12 yards, including a touchdown. Through the air, Millender is 9 of 15 for 124 yards and a touchdown. And he has thrown the ball quite literally to almost every wide receiver he has. Armand Vincent has a catch for 15 yards. Xavier Moody, 2 catches for 13. Jordan Pickett has 2 catches for 5 yards. Aiden Hendricks has 1 catch for 54 yards. That was a touchdown catch. Khalil Waller has caught 2 passes for 16 yards, but also fumbled the ball. And Desmond Clark has 1 catch for 21 yards. Belleville East has been penalized 5 times for 40 yards. For Collinsville, Jerry Richardson, running back, has carried the ball 4 times for just 9 yards. That has got to change. Ethan Bagwell has ran the ball 7 times for 9 yards, and Isaiah Gordon has 1 carry for 5. Ethan Bagwell through the air, 9 of 14 also, 124 yards and a touchdown, and he has thrown the ball 3 times to Jerry Richardson for 41 yards. Darren Pinnell has caught 2 for 3 yards. Devin Habermill has caught a pass for 6 yards. Isaiah Gordon, 2 catches for 14 yards. And KJ Thorpes-Watt has caught 1 pass for 60 yards, and that was that big touchdown catch in the second quarter. Collinsville, a couple of penalties for 15 yards. That is a look at our Woods Halftime Systems halftime show, and now we'll bring you the stylings of the Collinsville Kahok Marching Band here during the Woods Basement halftime show on the Kahok Sports Network.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
And once again, we welcome you back into the broadcast booth here at Kahok Stadium. We're at halftime, 13-7 in favor of Belleville East, and we send it now down to the sidelines. And Mike Ogle, talking things over with Collinsville head coach Colton Rhodes.
Okay, hello everybody. Mike Ogle here with Kahok Sports Network, here alongside Coach Rhodes. Hey, I was told before the game, Coach, that Belleville East team is quick and fast. But that Kahok team's just keeping up with them, no problem. What do you guys think? How's it going?
We're doing a pretty decent job. Obviously, we've had a couple of mistakes here or there, left to a couple touchdowns, fumble on a kick return. We just got to limit those mistakes here in the second half, and I'll be happy with the effort once they pick up those mistakes.
That's great. Yeah, 2 fumble recoveries there in the first half. Unfortunately, we weren't able to take advantage of them. But what are you kind of telling your kids coming out here the second half?
We're just focusing on our theme that what's important now is just kind of fix what we did in the first half and get back to how we play the game in the second half.
That's great, Coach. I won't take up much of your time. Good luck in the second half. Thanks for being a part of our first sideline broadcast. Todd Duke, Kahok Sports Network. Thank you, Coach. Good luck. Back to you, Todd. Let's have a great second half here.
You got it, buddy. Mike Ogle down on the sideline taking care of some business. You know, it was his idea. He's like, I got a wireless microphone, man. How about if I come and be a sideline reporter? I'm like, works for me. So we're happy that is kind of working out. We're still trying to work out the bugs on getting those little pops out of there. But if he gets too much farther away from the antenna here, then it pops like that a little bit. So we do appreciate Mr. Mike Ogle taking care of us. Want to remind you about the band competition, the first one of the year for the Collinsville Kahok Marching Band that you just saw here at halftime. Will be coming up at September 10th. It's an evening performance at O'Fallon Township High School. That is going to do it for our halftime show. We got about 2.5 minutes on the clock until we have the second half kickoff, so we'll step aside here for just a moment and back to tell you all about quarter number 3 coming up next on the Kahok Sports Network. Got vinyl?
Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium, used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com. The Collinsville Daily News, the new online source for everything newsworthy in and around Collinsville. This news source is designed to be the heartbeat of the Collinsville community and is owned and operated by members that live in this area. The Collinsville Daily News generates their revenue with local support from the community in which they serve and from advertising. They do not charge to read their content, so you'll never run into one of those annoying paywalls. Not only that, but the Collinsville Daily News offers free classified advertising. You have items you want to buy, sell, or trade? It's free to post. Wedding or engagements announcements, as well as obituaries, all free at collinsvilledailynews.com. Plus, they have the content that matters most. Collinsville news you need to know, coverage of Kahok sports, and a keen eye on city news. The Collinsville Daily News also has an event tab that allows you to find out what is going on in and around the region for you and your family, the heartbeat of the community. Helping readers make sense of an increasingly chaotic world. Check them out at collinsvilledailynews.com, on social media sites Facebook and Instagram. The heartbeat of this community is the Collinsville Daily News. Back here at Kahok Stadium, Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey, and Mike Ogle with you from Kahok Stadium. It is the season opener of the 2022 Collinsville Kahok football season, and pretty much everybody in action tonight in week number 1. And we only have 4 home games this year, and this is one of them, so that's why they did senior night tonight. They have a golden game coming up that they have to take care of. They have a pink out game coming up that they have to take care of. So they were running out of games to do senior night, so they decided to have senior night on the very first game. And if you didn't get to see that, that is on our Facebook page. And again, a big thank you to freshman Kevin Vanderven for helping us out there, taking my phone down on the sidelines and filming that for everybody. We certainly do appreciate it, because that was going to be a little rough trying to get that in and then get on the pregame show as well. So all that out of the way, we are about ready for second half action here. Collinsville will get the ball back first. It will be Rico Lee who will kick it off, and back deep for Collinsville, Jerry Richardson and Darren Pennell. 12 minutes up on the clock, quarter number 3. There's the whistle, and Rico Lee puts a foot into it, and we are underway in quarter number 3. And KJ Thorpe Watts this time will knock the ball down and fall on top of it at the 27-yard line. And again, probably could have let that go, and it could have bounced back and give Mr. Richardson a chance to run that ball back. But KJ Thorpe Watts stops another kickoff from going, but this time he does not give the ball up, and Collinsville will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line.
It's good to see Collinsville getting the football back here in the second half. Kind of an odd first half of football. Some turnovers, not a lot of offense. So I think Collinsville's lucky to come out here only down less than a touchdown. So let's see what the offense can do.
13-7, Belleville East at halftime. Collinsville, here is Bagwell rolling out to his left. He throws. He's got Pennell open in front of his own bench, and he has to step out of bounds. He wanted to go forward, but he lost that momentum, and it kept on taking him out of bounds.
Yeah, nice ball by Bagwell, rolling out to the right. Pennell's got sure hands, so he's going to be a target for junior Ethan Bagwell. At the end of the day, you got to be happy with a 1st and 10 on the first play from scrimmage in the second half.
You are correct about that, sir. That moves Collinsville up to their own 38-yard line, 1st and 10 from there. 3 wide receivers on the far, 1 on the near. Richardson, the lone setback. Bagwell hands it off. Nope, fakes it, pulls it in. And Bagwell takes it himself up the middle, off a little bit on the left side, and he picks up about 5.
Yeah, it was a great run by Bagwell. It was kind of circa Belleville, at least in the first half. He got stopped kind of 1 yard, from the line of scrimmage, but he kept his legs pumping. and that gives Collinsville a welcome 2nd and 5 here at their own 44-yard line,
43-yard line, 2nd down and 5. And this time Richardson will be over the right-hand shoulder of Bagwell. KJ Thorpe-Watt, he is over here on the near sideline as the lone wide receiver, 3 on the far side. Here's the snap. Bagwell rolls out, gets past 1, then pitches the ball, but it's fumbled, and it's going to go out of bounds. Collinsville dodged a bullet there.
They sure did, and that'll go for positive yardage, actually, on the fumble.
I think they maybe got a yard out of that.
Bagwell was a little uncertain.
Sure
He
was.
Gave the late pitch to Jerry. It wasn't a great pitch, and yeah, you're right. Collinsville definitely dodged the bullet. We're winning the turnover battle so far this game. I think that's going to be key for Collinsville.
So after the yard pickup on the fumble out of bounds, Collinsville will look at a 3rd down and 2 from their own 46-yard line.
Well, hopefully the offensive line can hold here because you got to think Jerry Richardson's going to get the football here.
Collinsville with 2 wide receivers on either side of the formation. And Belleville East jumped offside. 1st down.
Man, kudos to Collinsville's offensive line for not jumping on that. That's tough to do.
Bagwell, by the way, threw 1 pass last year. He completed it for 33 yards. So he has a passer rating of 241.09.
That's pretty tough.
He did. He ran the ball 3 times last year for 31 yards and a touchdown. So he didn't see a lot of offensive action, but he did make the most of it, didn't he?
He played a lot of offensive end last year.
Yeah, he sure did. All right, once again, here is a 1st down and 10 after the free pass. And the ball on the 49-yard line of the Lancers. Fake handoff to Richardson. Bagwell follows him, has a couple more blocks, carries a crowd with him all the way up to the 40-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 9 on the play.
Yeah, I like these play calls by Coach Colton Rhodes. This is circa kind of Collinsville's offense from last year where Colby ran the ball quite a bit. And we got some comments.
Got more ads than Hulu. Look what he said.
That's great.
You're watching football online for free. What do you want? I love it.
That's great. I hope you guys enjoy at home.
Yeah, I enjoy bringing it to you, so I hope you're having as much fun as I am. 2 wide receivers on the far, 1 on the near, and back to pass is Bagwell. At midfield, down the sideline he goes. Thorpe-Watt.
He's pass interference. Here we go. Get the flag out. Here we go, baby.
Yellow hankies raining all over the place as Thorpe-Watt was tugged on, pushed, and then grabbed from behind, all while he was trying to catch that ball, and he almost did.
He did, and KJ's such a great athlete. I mean, you're 2nd and short. You almost know we're going to take a shot. Belleville East probably would have been better off double teaming KJ, but they left their cornerback out to dry, and that's going to cost Belleville East huge from a yardage standpoint.
In case y'all don't know, we are watching the comments on the little line here, so nothing gets by us. If we don't, just because we don't comment on it doesn't mean we don't see it.
Keep them coming, y'all. We appreciate you.
Just be nice. Because you be mean, we'll block you. 10:17 left to go here in this 3rd quarter as the flag on pass interference stops the clock. Collinsville will have it 1st and 10 from the Lancers' 25-yard line. So Collinsville sniffing some pay dirt here. Bagwell in shotgun. Richardson to his right. Here's a snap. Richardson gets the handoff, goes up the middle, cuts it out to the right, gets rid of 1 tackler and another, and bam, down to the 11-yard line. 1st down, Collinsville.
Man, great play. We had KJ out wide, Darren Pinnell in the slot. We loaded up the right side of the line and let Jerry Richardson do what Jerry Richardson does.
Pickup of 12 on the play, and the ball at the 12-yard line. So Collinsville, 1st and 10 from there. They can get another 1st down at the 2. We have dreams and visions of getting this into the end zone. They break out of the huddle. Kylan Jordan, wide receiver on the far side. KJ Thorpe-Watt and Isaiah Gordon here on the near side. Once again, Richardson the lone setback over the left-hand shoulder of Bagwell, and a handoff to Richardson again. This time he doesn't get very far.
Got wrapped up. Collinsville's offensive line got stood up. Looks like that's number 64.
54, I think.
54 from Belleville East. O.J. Mosley on the play.
Just 260 pounds.
Well, I mean, they got some size
They
out
do.
there.
That they do. Loss of a yard on the play. 2nd down and 11 for Collinsville. Ball on the Lancers' 13-yard line. 9:35 left to play here in quarter number 3. Collinsville trails by 6. 13-6 was the score last year. Right now it's 13-7. Same formation. Bagwell in shotgun. And once again they hand it off to Richardson. And he gets tackled from behind and then gets popped while he was being grabbed around the waist. And he still pops up right out of that. That was a big open field tackle there by Simeon Mitchell for the Lancers.
Yeah, Belleville's defensive line doing a great job of getting penetrations. Tough for Collinsville to run in the interior or even off tackle. Looks like most of our yardages have been out on the edge or via the pass play. So big 3rd down and 11 for the Kahawks here, threatening Belleville East.
Back-to-back loss of a yard on the play on the last 2 plays. So now it's 3rd down and 12 from the 14-yard line. 2 wide receivers on either side of the formation. Richardson over the right-hand shoulder of Bagwell. Bagwell goes back to pass. Looks, corner of the end zone. Throws. Got a man, but it's incomplete. Intended for KJ Thorpe Watts once again and broken up by Sonny McGill. 4th down.
Man, I tell you, I almost think you got to have Andrew Chai kick the ball here.
Yeah, I believe that's what's going to happen.
I mean, he's got the leg. As long as our line can hold up, you've just got to take the points and hope your defense can hold.
This will be a 31-yard field goal try as Darren Pinnell will be the holder at the 21-yard line.
Number 79, Ryan Davidson.
Comes running in there late. Big 31-yard field goal try here. Here's a snap. Ball down. Kick is on the way, and if it's straight enough, it's good, and it is good.
That would have been good from 49. Maybe more. What a leg on Ruchai.
3 points on the board. That brings it to 13-10 in favor of Belleville East, and the ensuing kickoff will be coming your way here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network. First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville or Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Back here at Kahok Stadium, 8:31 left to go in the 3rd. 31-yard field goal by Chris Chai has given Collinsville 10 points. .831 left here in the 3rd. And Chai ready for a kickoff. Waller is back deep. Chai tries an onside kick. It's fumbled in the beginning. It actually, I think, hit one of the Collinsville runners before it went 10 yards, and that's going to draw a flag. Collinsville touched the ball before it went 10 yards.
Collinsville in the business of gambling tonight. And it looks like this one is not going to work out. Collinsville's favor.
Yeah, I think the Lancers are going to go ahead and take the ball where they fell on it, because why not? That's good field position.
Yeah, they're going to get great field position. And
they might get more tacked on with the penalty. I'm not really sure how that works.
I think they will.
Oh, they're going to pick up the flag. Never mind.
Pick up the flag, no penalty.
So they'll have the ball at what, the 45?
The 40.
I haven't seen the chains move. Oh, they're going to let them kick it over.
No, I think it's going to be the 46-yard line.
Well, then it should be on this side of the 50. Isn't that where they? No, wow. Okay.
Belleville ball from the Kahok 41-yard line.
I'm pretty sure that ball went across the 50, didn't it?
Wow.
Yeah, now Coach Rhodes wants an explanation.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, the referees aren't ready. These guys are already down in their three-point stance, and they're not ready to go yet. The referee's talking things over with Colton Rhodes, wants to know why the ball isn't placed back to where the initial contact was made.
They're going to leave the ball spotted.
Yeah, it's on the Kahok side of the 50 at the 46.
46.
Yeah, that's where they're going to leave it.
Man, big gamble by Collinsville Kahawks. Let's hope our defense can come up huge with a stop here with 8:28 left in the third quarter.
All right. Once again, Millender under center. We've seen this play before.
We've seen this. I'm saying, hey, we know where this is going, right?
Yeah. Oh, that should be a hold. And he gets away with it and then gets socked right at the 45-yard line. Big hit there by Rolling Arms for Collinsville as he takes down the ball carrier, and that ball carrier is hurt.
Yeah, ball carrier's not getting up. Rolling Arms laid some wood on that play. And you're right, they got away with a hold. We'll send some thoughts and prayers for that young man. Hopefully, looks like he might be cramped up.
Yeah. That's what they're doing. They're working on his leg. So it wasn't the hit that got him. It was the humidity that got him.
Our trainers are stretching. Their trainer comes out and says, get up. He said, get up.
That's Markevius Curitin.
Oh, my.
Who,
Poor guy could barely walk. Give him some time, Coach.
Come on with me.
Yeah, he did. He
I know.
didn't even look at him.
The only thing he didn't do is grab him by the ear.
He said, get up. Oh, my.
Oh, boy.
But, they still gained 4 yards on the play.
Yeah.
Right. So credit Belleville East for second effort yards here.
So picked up about 4 on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 6. 8:11 left to play here in this third quarter. Collinsville trails by 3. And Millender brings his team out of the huddle. Once again, he'll settle underneath center. One lone running back and a receiver on either side of the formation. Here's a snap. Pitch is going to go back. And a forward progress is going to be pushed all the way back. A run by Moisey Trimble. And then Trimble ran into about 5 guys wearing purple jerseys. And he ran all the way back.
Yeah, they're going to give him forward progress
about
to
a
the
yard.
42-yard line.
Yeah, about a yard. He picked up a yard. That was it.
Big third down.
A lot of running for a yard.
Yeah, it was. Credit Collinsville's linebacking core, man. They came in with gang tackling and brings up a huge third down and looks like 6 for Belleville East on the Collinsville 42 and a half, it looks like. 42.
3rd and 6.
Come on, Kahawks.
For Belleville East. 2 wide receivers here on the near side, none on the far side. 1 lone running back, and it's going to be Millender back to pass. He looks, flushed out. He's going to run it now, and there's a flag on the play. He's going to throw it up for grabs.
Interception!
It's intercepted.
We're going to decline the penalty.
Yeah, most likely it's going to be a holding penalty. Collinsville will decline it, and Darren Pennell comes up with a big interception.
And he's down.
And Pennell's down, and they already given the indication that it's a holding call against Belleville East, and now Pennell's turn to cramp up. I'm telling you what, man. I told you.
You said it wasn't that hot.
I told you it's humid. Very.
We're not out there playing, though, right?
No. Penalty is declined, and Collinsville will have the ball. 1st and 10 from their own 36.
Turnover game benefiting Collinsville huge tonight.
4 turnovers Collinsville has gotten a hold of tonight.
Huge, and we're still down by 3 points.
Yeah.
That's hard to do.
3 fumbles and an interception, I think. Colby Anderson coming out and smacking Pennell on the head. Nice interception.
Yeah, break out the pickle juice, right?
Here you go.
Break out the pickle juice. Let's get this boy moving.
So the Kahawks back on offense. Bagwell in shotgun. He'll be back there by himself. 3 wide receivers on this side. Wouldn't be surprised to see Richardson go into motion here. 2 wide receivers on the far side. And actually they're going to send Gordon into motion. Back to passes Bagwell. No pressure. Deep throw. And he's going to overthrow everyone.
Oh, and Thorpe's Watt was wide open on the sideline. Bagwell tried to go to Richardson
or Anderson, one of the two.
Anderson, and Thorpe's Watt was wide open.
I hear a flag on the play. Yep, in the backfield.
Holding.
Yep.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Who he threw it to.
Yeah,
Because
maybe that's why Bagwell had so much time.
Too much
there.
time, right? Right. Too much time.
Holding against Collinsville is the call. And that is going to back him up. All right. First down and about 20 to go here for Collinsville. Richardson the lone setback. Bagwell in shotgun once again. He's going to go back to passes. Bagwell. He throws it, and he almost had a man open, and almost coming away with that catch was Isaiah Gordon, but he dropped it. That stops the clock with 6:46 left to play here in quarter number 3.
Gordon was in triple coverage trying to run a slant across the field. That wasn't going to go anywhere anyway. So wasted down for Collinsville. But, you've got a second and a third down. You try to pick up another 10, 12, 15 yards, and you're in position to get a first down.
So second down and 20 to go here for Collinsville. They got a long way to go. They got to get up to the 47-yard line just to get a first down. 3 wide receivers go out onto the far side, 1 over here on the near side. Again, Richardson is the lone running back, and he's going to get the pitch, and he's going to try the left side, cuts it up, has some room, gets past one, and almost got past another one up to the 32-yard line. So that's going to bring up a third down and about 15, 14 to go.
Man, who's that young man? Number 13 for Belleville East, Xavier Martin, saves the day. Jerry gets by him. He's off to the races. That was a great tackle. Belleville East defensive backs, their secondary, doing a great job of sealing Collinsville's speedy running back core.
Khalil Thorpe Watts, KJ Watts, Anderson, and Richardson all line up over here on the near side as wide receiver. It's a 5 wide receiver set.
All single coverage.
And back to pass is Bagwell, and that ball is going to be blown dead. And I'm not really sure why. I don't see it. Is there a flag? Yeah, there is. It's against Collinsville.
False start.
False start. Man, oh, man. Take away those 5 yards we just picked up, and it's going to bring up a third down and 18.
Well, at this point, you hope for single coverage out on the strong side of the field, and you're looking for a reception or a pass interference.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
Third and 18 for Kahok.
Bagwell is over here talking things over with Coach Rhodes, and now he'll head back over with 20 seconds left on the play clock. We're about ready to send things down to the sideline once again. Mr. Mike Ogle is standing by, but we'll take care of this third down play here. And Mr. Ogle going to hang out with a couple of the band guys down there. Same formation, 5 wide receiver set. Bagwell is in shotgun. Here's a snap. Bagwell back to pass. Looks near sideline. Throws it up in the air. He's got Thorpe Watts.
That's pass interference.
He's tugged from behind once again. And no call. He tugged his shirt from behind and no call. Man, oh, man. That's going to bring up a fourth down and long.
That's the worst no flag I've seen in high school football in
And
probably 10
the
years.
punting unit is going to come onto the field. So we're going to go ahead and send things down to Mr. Mike Ogle, who's got the band director for Collinsville down there with him.
Okay, hi Todd. Mike Ogle here with Kahok Sports Network. Real quick here, I'm with Alfredo De Leon, the band director, and the assistant band director, Ryan Getter. Exciting news for the band. What in July took second place? You want to tell me about that?
Yeah, for sure. In July, we went to the America's Birthday Parade in St. Louis. We got second place, $4,200 donation for our performance that day. You know, it was a fantastic time for the band. So
that's great, $4,200. Great job. And this is your second year doing it, you told me. What do you think of the program?
Yeah, this is my second year. I mean, it's fantastic. You know, I couldn't ask for a better community. Tons of people out here to support, and we're just really happy to be here, you know?
Yeah, thank you, Alfredo. Ryan, I heard there's something coming up here in a couple weeks, the Metro East Marching Band Contest.
Yeah, so we've got the Metro East Marching Classic over at O'Fallon Township High School that we'll be going to.
And you're going to be getting them all ready for that, right?
Hoping so, yeah. We're getting them riled up and ready to go.
Okay, Alfredo, thank you. Good luck with everything. Ryan, good luck. Back to you, Todd.
Thank you very much there, Mr. Mike Ogle. Appreciate it. Another nice punt there by Ethan Bagwell. That one probably netted about, 75 yards?
Yeah, Bagwell really coming up huge on the punt game for Collinsville to peg Belleville East back deep in their own territory here. Up 3 points with just over 5 minutes left in the third period.
Atlanta Braves have a 2-1 lead over your St. Louis Cardinals. That game about at the midway point, and nothing doing there on the run by Belleville East. Maybe a gain of a yard and a half.
Yeah, Collinsville linebacking core comes up big again. Hot pursuit. A lot of guys coming in on the tackle. Belleville East has relied on the big play, as has Collinsville.
Collinsville, unfortunately, cannot take advantage of all these turnovers.
It's hard to believe you're up, 4-0 turnovers?
Yeah.
You're down 3 points?
I know.
That is hard to believe.
Millender in shotgun once again, and he's going to throw back behind the sidelines, and he does so to Waller, I believe, and he gets taken down to the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Yeah, another great job. Number 22, Eric Stuber in on the play. Colby Anderson coming in with hot pursuit.
That was actually Xavier Moody who caught that pass for no gain. So it's 3rd down and 9 here.
Number 4, Thomas Hare in on that tackle as well.
I hate to keep on saying this is a big 3rd down play, but man, they are.
Both sides.
Yeah.
Right? Both teams have been faced with a lot of 3rd down plays. So this is huge.
3rd down and 8. You stop them here, they're going to have to punt the ball to you, and you're going to get good field position. So we need to stiffen up here as a defense. Millender in shotgun. He's going to go back to pass. He looks. He throws down the middle, and he's going to throw it over everybody's head. Closest one there was Colby Anderson. That was intended for Waller.
It was an uncatchable ball. Otherwise, it could have been offensive pass interference.
Yeah.
The guy shoved Colby on his way down, but at any rate, huge stop for Collinsville Kahok defense. And as long as we hold tight and don't jump, we should get the ball back in pretty good field position.
3:52 left to play here in this third quarter, and on to punt for just the second time tonight is sophomore Keithan Jones. And back is Jerry Richardson. He'll stand at his own 42-yard line. And we'll see if we can get a little Jerry Richardson magic going on here.
Boy, wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, he's been held pretty low tonight as far as yardage goes. Oh, there's a Colliers over his head, back into the end zone, and he is going to be tackled in the end zone. Oh, it's a safety.
Oh, man, crucial play. Special teams breakdown for Belleville East. Collinsville is going to get 2 points and the ball back. Man, what a turn of events. Makes that 3rd down stop from Collinsville's defense even more monumental.
You are not kidding.
I can smell the tide turning, Todd.
3:47 left. Collinsville will get the ball back. Another kickoff coming up. Devin Habermill down there trying to get the fans on their feet and get them pumped up. And it's a 1-point contest, 13-12. Just how big was that 31-yard field goal?
Right. You know, I mean, Andrew Chai is going to be crucial. I mean, not many high school programs have a guy with a leg like he has. And for Colton Rhodes to believe in him, to go out there and knock that down, and he did it, you know, ice cold. And that's a huge play. And, again, can't say enough about the Kahok defense on that 3rd and 9. That puts Collinsville in a pretty good position here if we can come out and make good on this offensive possession.
Well, gosh, folks, thanks a lot for tuning in and watching. I just took a look at the numbers. We're over 1,000 people watching this game.
Wow. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. A lot of energy here at Kahok football. Again, Coach Colton Rhodes has revitalized this program. Numbers are great, 8-2 last year. We're going to be competitive this year, and though it's a low-scoring affair, this is good football right here, Todd.
Yeah.
I mean, Friday Night Lights are back. Great weather, great crowd. Band was great. Dances are great. Cheerleaders are great. A lot of fun here in Collinsville.
Mike Ogle's done a good job. For the first time, we've had a sideline reporter, and we understand that former Lady Kahok basketball coach Lori Billy is going to be the next guest at the end of the third quarter. So now a kickoff from deep. So Collinsville's going to get good field position. That one comes down right at the 45-yard line, and Watts, whoo boy, held onto that ball.
Is he a magnet? That's a ball find him every kickoff,
Every
right?
kickoff, that ball it finds KJ, and this time he holds on to it, and Collinsville already in Lancer territory at the Belleville East 45-yard line. Chance for Collinsville to take their first lead of this game.
Yeah, great field possession or field position for Collinsville. And, man, what an opportunity here with 3:38 left in the third period to get our offense kind of rolling, get some first downs, and I like where Collinsville sits right here.
I as well. All right. Wide receivers, 2 on either side. Bagwell.
Colby Anderson
in quarterback. I just saw that. Hands the ball off to Richardson. Richardson off the right side and then gets a first down. I believe he got maybe 9 out of that, so he's going to be a yard short.
Boy, circa last year, Colby Anderson at quarterback, Jerry Richardson in the backfield. I like this adjustment by Coach Colton Rhodes. Bagwell's got some helmet problems right now.
I was trying to see what was going on
He's
down
got
there.
some helmet problems, but I like giving him a rest. Colby Anderson's a seasoned quarterback, and I like what Collinsville's doing right now.
Bagwell says he's ready to go. He stands next to Coach Rhodes, waits, and Anderson's going to keep it, and he'll have the first down after a pickup of 3. Another cramp by Belleville East. That was big number 54, O.J. Mosley, all 260 pounds of him, and he's got that cramping going on in those legs.
Well, I hate to see a kid cramp up, but I'm not mad to see a huge defensive lineman go down. Collinsville needs every bit of help they can get right now. Hopefully a young man's okay and he can get back in the game. But it looks like
Bagwell's back out there, as is Anderson. Yeah, you can envision one of these plays where Anderson gets a pitch out and then throws a halfback option play.
Kind of interesting dynamic here, right?
Yeah.
A lot of possibilities.
I'm actually kind of surprised we haven't seen that yet. But I think that the other teams know that Anderson was the former quarterback as well, so they would probably be looking for it. And it looks like Anderson is going to line up as the running back on this play. So we'll see. So Bagwell in shotgun, has Anderson over his left-hand shoulder. The handoff goes to Anderson, and he up the middle, and he's got about 5 before he's finally brought down.
Yeah, Colby Anderson's a bulldog. I mean, he's going to run hard. He is not going to fumble the football, and this is just what Collinsville ordered. Keep the ball on the ground, get 4, 5, 6 yards of whack, wear down the Belleville East defense, and eventually put the ball in the end zone, hopefully just as time expires here in the third quarter.
Anderson last year ran the ball 111 times for 649 yards and 9 touchdowns.
Yeah, you basically have an extra running back.
Oh, yeah.
He's the quarterback.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Back to pass is Bagwell. He's bitten pressure, and he's going to go down.
Oh, no, he fumbled.
Fumbled the ball,
no.
and it looks like the Lancers have jumped on top of it, and they have Jonathan Arulo, all 325 pounds of him, finds the loose ball. It bounced right into his gut.
Colby Anderson slow to get up. Boy, Collinsville finally coughs up the football. We were winning the turnover game. Belleville East had good penetration. Bagwell tried to get out of it instead of dumping the ball, and he ends up coughing the ball up.
Yeah.
Well, let's go Collinsville Kahok defense.
Colby Anderson, by the way, with that 649 yards last year, got him on the list of best seasons running ever for Collinsville, number 6 on the list as a quarterback from last year.
Belleville East has a spread formation with 1 running back. Oh, they jump off side.
Oh, yeah, they do.
False start.
False start, Lancers.
What in the world happened here? I accidentally hit my phone and I lost everything.
5-yard penalty.
All right. First down and 15. And back to pass, Millender. Millender rolls out to his right. He's going to get hit from behind, and he's going to go down. Big double team tackle there by 32 and 22 for Collinsville. Eric Stuber and Roland Arms.
Man, great pursuit by Collinsville's linebacking core. They're playing very good football tonight. You know, Roland Arms played with these guys growing up at the Raiders, and certain kids just have a nose for the football, and Roland Arms has always had a nose for the football. So great play by 32, Roland Arms, and 22, Eric Stuber.
And the next handoff is going to go to the right-hand side, and all kinds of room. A first down. Colby Anderson couldn't catch him from behind. All the way to the house for number 26, Mosey Trimble. Man, oh man, that hurt.
Great run by Mosey Trimble. Collinsville has Belleville East pegged deep. I just mentioned earlier the Belleville East has been relying on the big play, and they just got another one.
Yeah, they did. That they did. That was a big, big run.
Certainly was. Good news is there's plenty of time on the clock for the Kahawks. So Lancers go up by 7. You would have to go for 2 here, right?
I would think. No, looks like they're going to bring out the kicker. Rico Lee for the extra point.
I don't know what good that does you.
That gives you 20. Kahawks be down by 8. They would have to go for 2 if they scored a touchdown, and that one is good. So 20-12 in favor of the Lancers. 8-point lead with 1:02 left to play here in this third quarter. We'll just keep it right here since we're only a minute away from the end of the quarter. And man, oh man, that was a big run.
That was a big run. Collinsville was looking good. Their defense and credit Belleville East offensive line. They pulled a couple of linemen and created a hole, and they made Collinsville pay. So Collinsville's got their backs against the wall, but these are some resilient young men. Like I said, good news is there's plenty of time to play. I mean, you're only down 8 points. A lot of football left to play. These boys got to keep the energy up, keep the belief up, and come out here and see what they can get done.
Both teams have all 3 of their timeouts left as of right now. And Collinsville trails by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. How big is that safety now? Be down by 10 if not.
It's big.
They'd have to score twice. All right, Pennell, his leg cramps are over. He's back in there standing deep. So is Jerry Richardson, but so far neither one of them have been able to run back a ball. Lee kicks it high and deep this time, and it's got to Jerry Richardson at the 18. Gets past one tackler, gets past another, then gets spun around, still on his feet, and then brought down at the 30-yard line. So Collinsville will begin that drive from their own 30-yard line.
Collinsville Kahawks, 1st and 10, down 8 points, 53 or 8. That goalpost is in my way, 0.9 seconds.
53.9 seconds left.
In the third quarter, so they'll get 1, maybe 2 plays off here before the end of the period, or quarter.
1st and 10, Kahawks from their own 32-yard line.
All right. We'll see how Kahawks want to play this. 2 wide receivers on the far, 2 on the near. Bagwell in shotgun. Pennell goes in motion. Handoff is going to go to Richardson. Richardson off of right tackle, gets past one, and then gets taken down by the helmet, and no flag on the play.
I mean, you cannot grab a guy's helmet and drag him down, right?
No, you cannot.
Well, he did.
I'm pretty sure that's against the rules.
That's, you know, you got to outplay the other team, but that's another just blown call by this side judge. I mean, that's in plain view, just like the pass interference on Khalil Thorpe's Watt.
Yeah.
I mean, you've just got to call what you see, fellas. It's a safety issue.
Down to the final 20 seconds of this third quarter. It is 2nd down and 7 for the Kahawks. Empty backfield, 3 wide receivers on the near, 2 on the far. Bagwell takes the snap, back to pass. Looks down the middle, throws down the middle, off of the hands of Darren Pinnell, and that'll stop the clock with 4.5 seconds left to play here in this third quarter.
Yeah, Bagwell threw the ball behind Pinnell. Pinnell was running a slant pattern. The receiver's running a slant pattern. You got to throw a ball out in front of him so he can catch it on stride and get yards after catch. That ball was behind Pinnell. So that, here we go again with a big third down and long for the Kahawks.
3rd down and 7. We've been doing 3rd and 7s, 3rd and 8s, and 3rd and 9s all night long.
All too familiar.
Yeah, on both sides of the ball. Richardson's going to stay at running back this time. Final play here of the third quarter, barring a penalty flag. And Bagwell in shotgun. Richardson over his right shoulder, and he drops the ball. Bad snap, and the ball is on the ground.
Snap
and
was
it is
good.
going to be a bad. I think Bagwell tried to take off with it before he even had it.
The snap was good.
Well,
Bagwell just tried to take off and drop the football.
They didn't run it over there, but anyway, that's not a good way to start the fourth quarter. All right, before we head to the fourth quarter, one more time down on the sidelines. And another guest for Mr. Mike Ogle. Take it away, sir.
Hello, Todd. Mike Ogle here with the Kahawk Sports Network. What a great game. One more quarter left. Let's go Kahawks. With me right now, Lori Billy. Lori, you've been a teacher with the Kahawks for 33 years, and this is your last year. Thank you for everything you've done. Congratulations. What are you going to miss when you retire?
All of it. I'm going to miss the kids. I'm going to miss my coworkers. I'm going to miss Kreitner School, where I've been almost my whole career. I coached for 21 years here at the high school. I think this will give me more of an opportunity to hang out here and get back involved with sports. So glad to be here.
That's right. You were the varsity girls basketball coach, and you've been all around the basketball program and all around Kahawk country for 30 years. But, again, thank you for everything you've done. Congratulations on your retirement. What are you going to do when it's done?
I hope to travel, and I hope to hang out here in Kahawk country a lot and have a lot of fun. A lot of good things going on in Unit 10 right now, and it's going to be a very exciting year.
Well, thank you, Lori. Good luck, everything. Back up to you, Todd. Coming up here in the fourth quarter, I'll have Mr. Clay Smith one more time. Let's bring home a winner, Todd.
You got it, Mr. Mike Ogle. Fourth quarter is going to have to be the star here for Collinsville, as they're going to go into this quarter trailing by 8. 4th down, and Bagwell has to punt. He barely got that thing off, man. It's going to take a nice Kahawk bounce, though, and it's going to head toward the sideline and go out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. All in all, not a bad punt.
No, Bagwell's punted the ball very well tonight. You know, the unfortunate situation is we're in the position to have to punt the football.
Yeah.
Right?
That is true. He almost had that one blocked because he fumbled the punt, or the snap back to him as well. Kind of bobbled it for a minute, and looked like for a moment there that Belleville East might have going to get a hand on that, but luckily for the Kahawks, they did not. 20-12. We're just underway here in the fourth quarter. 11:51 left to go here in this fourth quarter. Collinsville trails by 8. Lancers with the ball.
Biggest series of the game right here. Look for Belleville to rely on their big, huge interior linemen and chew up some clock.
Yeah, I would imagine you're going to see some steady diets of running plays here.
Here's
the first one, up the middle, and about a yard past the line of scrimmage there for Mosey Trimble.
And I'll take it because East has relied on the big play on the edge, and if they want to get conservative, Kahawks may be able to get a stop, get the ball back, and tie this thing up.
A week from tonight, we'll be at Triad for week number 2. We were at Triad earlier this week for the season opener for the boys soccer team. Mr. Nicky Tony in goal. How about that, Mr. McCluskey? Huh?
Boy, he did a great job, didn't he? And birthday boy.
Oh, yeah. Adam Reiniger, hat trick in the first half.
First half. Thank goodness he had it because they had us on the rails in the second half.
He did every bit of it. There's another run.
Boy, I'll take it.
By Trimble, and another yard by Trimble.
Stay conservative. Our linebacking core has played excellent tonight. And here we go again.
I think there's a flag on the play.
Third down. I think that was a beanbag, I hope.
Well, here's a flag on the play because the referees are discussing it, and it's going to be a holding call against Belleville East. So,
oh my gosh, I would almost.
I was thinking the same thing.
That.
I was thinking the same thing. Would have bring up a 3rd down and 8. Instead, they're going to go ahead and tack on the 10 yards, and it's going to be a 3rd down and 18, or a 2nd down and 18. Excuse me.
Well, that's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah.
You hate to give up the yards, but now you open up the field for Belleville East, which is where they've really hurt us.
Yeah. We will be in Edwardsville Tuesday for boys soccer. Soccer Tuesday, volleyball Thursday, football Friday. That's what we have next week.
It's always a high-energy event, soccer in Edwardsville.
You can game of tiddlywinks as a high-energy event when you got Collinsville and Edwardsville playing.
Come on, baby!
Back from behind, he's sacked. Oh, what a big play there as Millender goes down on a big sack by Collinsville's Mondre Kroom.
Man, Mondre Kroom, what a play. Now all of a sudden taking the yardage looked like a great move, huh?
Oh, yeah. You can't get there. Hindsight, brother, always 20/20.
We'll take it.
Big loss on the play, brings up a 3rd down and 25.
Oh, my gosh.
Boy, you get the stop here, and you get some good field position.
You know that Belleville East is going to air the ball out here. So the secondary for Collinsville is going to be put to the test. Here we go.
All right, big play. Back to pass is Millender. He's going to throw it back behind the sideline, and a fumble or a bobble of the ball. And really, Markevius Curitan really didn't have much to go on after he bobbled it and then secured it, and that was about all he had time to do.
I'm surprised. More conservatism by Belleville East. They did not air the ball out. They just ran it back out of the backfield. See if he could maybe break one, but Collinsville's linebacking core has played too well for that tonight.
Yeah, it wasn't like there was, 90 seconds left in the game. There's 9 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game. I was surprised at all 3 of those plays. Well, now a punt coming up. Jerry Richardson standing back at his own 40, and that one has popped up, not even going to make it to midfield. Oh, there you go. How about that? Coming out of nowhere was Isaiah Gordon, and he's right in front of his bench. He caught the ball. That was almost like a trick play, wasn't it?
Collinsville's coaching staff wants a late hit as he got slammed to the ground out of bounds, but not going to happen.
That was almost one of those where I'm going to stand over here on the sideline and act like I blend in with the bench. And just in case you had any idea of kicking it toward my bench, I'm going to be there to catch it. That worked.
I think all the coaches were yelling, let it go.
Yeah.
He got it, but good for him.
So Collinsville will get the ball in Lancers territory on the Belleville East 38-yard line. Collinsville trails by 8. Good field position here to start this drive. 2 wide receivers on either side. Richardson the lone setback. Here's the snap. Bagwell is going to keep it himself. Cuts it up toward the middle. Has some room. And gets a first down. Flag late on the play at the end of that play to the 25-yard line.
Hopefully it's a late hit or a face mask.
Something.
Can't be a hold.
That's not holding area, yeah. Where's the man in the white hat? Okay, there he is.
Well, good for Bagwell. He's had a couple of blunders here in this half, so if he can keep his composure and march his guys down the field, and
that was a gain.
Points on the board.
That was a gain of 12, and if any penalty is against Belleville East, they'll tack it on at the end of the run.
Looks like they're going to. They're facing the right way, at least, right now.
Yeah, haven't even seen the sign or the signal yet or what it was. Here it comes. Personal foul.
Personal foul using the helmet against Belleville.
Oh, yeah, helmet-to-helmet contact.
Spearing.
That's a 15-yard penalty.
Right. That's going to put Collinsville right down near the goal line.
It's going to put him down at around the 12. Man, oh, man. Well, now you're in business. Remember, you trail by 8, though. You're going to have to score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, but let's get that touchdown first. What do you say?
Yes, sir.
2 wide receivers on either side once again, and Jerry Richardson stands to the right of Ethan Bagwell.
Waiting on the chain gang.
Bagwell in shotgun. Snap. Bagwell keeps again, same play, cuts it up the middle, has a couple of yards, gets it down to the 5-yard line where he's finally brought down, and it'll be a second down and about 2 to go for a first down.
Yeah, 240 pounds is a lot to bring down. And credit Ethan Bagwell with the grit and determination. You know, he got 3-4 yards after he got hit. So I like what Coach Rhodes is doing. Keep the ball on the ground, use your strength. Let's poke this baby in the end zone.
You ain't kidding there, brother. Again, 2 wide receivers on the far. Thorpe Watts and Pinnell. Over there, Richardson again, the lone running back, and it's going to be a Bagwell keeper again, and this time he runs into a little bit more resistance, gets it inside the 5 to about the 4. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and a long one to go.
Yeah, they were in the same play for a 3rd time. I think Belleville was kind of banking on that.
Yeah.
Would have liked to seen maybe a Jerry Richardson out to the strong side. But at any rate, I mean, you're in 2-down territory. You got 2 chances to get, what, a yard and a half?
Mm-hmm.
So this is where
Colby Anderson came in, and he's relaying the play to Bagwell. So we'll see how they want to use Anderson this go-around. Anderson will break out of there, and he'll come over here as a slot receiver on the near side.
I think you're going to see a pitch to Jerry with Colby blocking here.
Snap. Nope, said it's going to be a throw, and the intended target was Colby Anderson, and he was open up the middle, but he overthrew him. 4th down. 4th down. You got to get 1 yard for a 1st down, and if you don't, it's a turnover.
Fourth and 1 for the Kahawks.
Habermill comes in. He's already caught a pass in this game as a secret weapon off the bench. He'll line up as a kind of a tight end over there on that far side. 2 wide receivers far, 1 near. Bagwell in shotgun, jump off sides. That's going to give Collinsville a 1st down.
Man, thank you.
Whew.
Oh.
Big mistake there by Belleville East, man, because if Collinsville wouldn't have pulled that off, that would have been a turnover. And boy, that's a big momentum shifter right there.
Huge mistake. Collinsville opts to throw the football on 3rd and 1.
So 1st down and goal here for Collinsville now. Same setup. Bagwell in shotgun. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Richardson. He tries up the middle, and he's stuffed. All the way back to about the 7-yard line he's brought back to. So a loss of about 4 on the play. Seven and a half to go here in this 4th quarter. Collinsville trails by 8. They're knocking on the door. 2nd down and goal for the Kahawks. Jordan lines up as a wide receiver over here along with Anderson. Bagwell, he's going to keep it. He's going to try the left side. He's going to meet some resistance. He gets out of 1 tackle, pushes forward. He's across the 10-yard line, and he's going to be brought down at about the 7. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and goal for Collinsville.
Bagwell on another quarterback keeper. Big, strong kid, but linebacking core has got that one figured out. So Colton Rhodes is going to have to go back to the tackle box or the playbook and figure something else out. Try to punch this ball into the end zone.
Brings up 3rd and goal for the Jayhawks.
Bagwell went to the sideline, got the play directly from the man himself, Colton Rhodes. Relays it to his teammates. They break huddle. 3 wide receivers will head out onto the far side. Thorpe, Watts, Pinnell, and Anderson.
Man, I wouldn't be surprised if you saw an option to the strong side to Jerry here.
There's a snap. Bagwell back to pass, gets pressured right away, and completes it to Anderson, and he's down to the 2-yard line, which is pretty much where this particular set of downs started. So you're all the way back on 4th down and 2 from the 2. Or 4th down and goal from the 2.
What a snag by Colby Anderson, though. He ran a great route. Good ball by Bagwell. And all of a sudden, 4th and goal for the Kahawks. This is probably the play of the game.
I would have to say so. If you don't score here, you give the ball back to Belleville East. If you do, you're right back into this thing. Trailing by 8. Collinsville. 4th down and 2. 4th down and goal from the 2. And now Belleville East is going to call a timeout.
Yeah, taking a look at our formation, tried to get their game plan down. Colton Rhodes is going to have another minute to think about what he wants to do.
We'll take a minute break as well, and we're back after this on the Kahok Sports Network. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Fourth and goal for Collinsville from their own 2-yard line. Here's a snap. And it's going to be a Bagwell run. He heads toward the sideline and gets socked out of bounds, and Collinsville's going to give the ball back to the Lancers.
Yeah, you just
I wouldn't have run it on the short side of the field. There's not enough room.
Well, I mean, you just can't go with the quarterback keeper 80% of your plays.
No.
Yeah.
That hurts. That hurts.
Belleville East takes over on downs. It's 1st and 10.
Well, good news is Belleville East has poor field position.
Oh, yeah, very much so.
There's plenty of time left, so Collinsville defense can still get a stop, get the ball back, and there's certainly this game is well within reach.
5:23 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Collinsville has all 3 of their timeouts left, and the Lancers will start 1st and 10 from their own 2-yard line. So you make a good stop here, or maybe a pick six, fumble, safety, something. All right.
Well, here comes Collinsville's defense to see if they can give their offense another chance to bring this game back even Steven.
Millender is underneath center. He stands with 2 feet in the end zone, and he's going to take it himself. A little quarterback sneak, trying to get a little breathing room. Looks like they got up to about the 5-yard line, so a gain of 3 on the play. On the quarterback keep. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down and about 7.
Collinsville has plenty of timeouts.
All 3 of them.
And 5 minutes left. So if Belleville stays conservative, Collinsville gets a stop, gets the ball back. We'll be back in business. Here comes Jerry Richardson back on the field, replacing number 22, Eric Stuber.
So it's a 2nd down and 7 after the pickup of 3. A little bit of breathing room, but Millender is under center once again. And once again, he's going to keep it and just plow forward like a quarterback keeper. And he's going to get it across the 10-yard line to about the, well, they're going to mark him down at the 10. So they'll bring up a 3rd down and about 3.
Going no huddle, trying to catch Collinsville off guard. He comes under center.
And they're going to try the same play 3 times in a row. And do they get enough for the first? It's going to be close.
Man.
Meanwhile, clock continues to run. They are going to give him the first.
East picks up the 1st down.
Now we're getting down into clock management territory with 4 minutes and 6 seconds left in the ball game. High school football has a 40-second play clock. You can bet if Belleville East is smart, they're going to use every bit of it.
4 minutes left here in this fourth quarter. Fresh set of downs for the Lancers. Back in shotgun is Millender, trying to bark the signals and catch Collinsville on a offside call, but that didn't work. So he'll look to the sideline. They'll change the play. And they still have 15 seconds left on the play clock. 3 wide receivers on the near, 2 on the far. No one in the backfield. Millender takes a snap, drops it, picks it up, throws it to the sideline, has a man open, and that man's going to be sacked for a loss of about 2 yards, and that was Sonny McGill on the reception.
Did he get out of bounds? Did we knock him out of bounds?
Nope.
Nope. Clock still runs.
Clock still runs. Kroom on the tackle. Time is of the essence now here for Collinsville as we approach 3 minutes left to play here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, when you start taking timeouts, Todd.
I don't know. Second down and 12 to go for a first down. And, Belleville East is just going to wait as long as they can before they have to snap that ball.
I guess after this play, if you stop them, you take a timeout, right?
5 seconds left on the play clock. Millender under center. Takes the snap, pitches it back, and the runner off the left side gets back up to the original line of scrimmage, so a pickup of about 2, but he stayed in bounds, and Collinsville has to burn one of their timeouts. So we will take a timeout right along with them, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Back here at Kahok Stadium, Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey, and Mike Ogle with you. One final time, we send it down to the sidelines, and Mr. Mike Ogle.
Hello, Todd. Mike Ogle here with the Kahok Sports Network on the sidelines all night. I'm going to tell you what, Kahok's coming up a little bit short right here, Todd. Still some time left, but we're going to watch Belleville East run it out, try to run out the clock here. It's been a fought game here on defense by both teams. And I talked to Athletic Director Clay Smith. He said, I think you have 2,000 people here tonight, so great turnout. We might be coming up a little bit short, but these kids are tired. They've worked their tails off tonight. And, Todd, I'm going to try to get with Mr. Bagwell here after the game if we can catch him. But thank you. Hope everybody has a great night. And I think we did a good job for our first time down here on the sidelines. Thank you, Todd.
No problem there, Mr. Mike Ogle. We'll still have to work on that popping situation. But nevertheless, we've enjoyed it. All right. Play on the run, and not much of a gain there as well again. And Collinsville will use their second timeout to stop the clock with 2:25 left to play here in this third quarter. So the Kahawks have one more timeout left, and we're going to be looking at a fourth down and about 8 to go here for Belleville East. It's a little bit too big for you. All right.
If you are calling for a ride, please do so now.
If you're doing what?
Don't wait until the game is over. Call now.
Call Mom now if you're waiting for a ride. That's what he's saying, right? That's some funny stuff there. All right, 2:25 left to go here in this fourth quarter. Collinsville trails by 8. It is fourth down and about 8 to go here for Belleville East. Collinsville trying to stop the Lancers, get the ball back. I'm pretty sure that Belleville East is going to punt here. I mean, you would be kind of foolish to go for it, not make it, and give Collinsville the ball back at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, I agree, 110%.
The Lancers are already on the field ready to go. Now Collinsville breaks huddle. They're ready to go. And, yeah, here comes Jerry Richardson. Will go back to the Lancers' 40-yard line for the punt, as Keithan Jones is out to punt for the fourth time tonight. From his 2-yard line, he lifts it in the air. It's going to take a bounce right to Richardson. He picks it up, but he's tackled from behind right at midfield on a open field tackle there by Armand Vinson. And that's where Collinsville will start what could be their final drive of the game here.
You would think so, outside of some untimely shenanigans. But
yeah.
Collinsville has 2 minutes and 16 seconds left. Down
one timeout.
By 8.
They've got to score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion just to send this thing into overtime.
Let's see what Coach Colton Rhodes has up his sleeve. Fairly stagnant offense for Collinsville tonight outside of a couple big plays. So let's see what he can dial up. You've still got Bagwell at quarterback, Jerry Richardson in the backfield, Colby Anderson out on the slot along with Darren Pinnell.
Ball on the Lancers' 49-yard line. Here's the snap. Bagwell throws it, and he throws it over the head of Colby Anderson, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, 0 chance for Anderson to catch that football. Bagwell airmails it. That's going to burn first down. At least it stops the clock, which is a good thing.
That's what it does. I don't think there's anybody tall enough on that team that would have been able to catch that ball, to be perfectly honest with you. So, 2nd down and 10. Ball on the Lancers' 49-yard line.
Here comes number 3. Kylan Jordan as a wide out on the near side of the field. Jerry Richardson in the backfield. Here comes Bagwell.
3 wide receivers on the far. Bagwell is going to go back to pass. Looks, throws deep. Down the far sideline. He's got Pinnell open, and he just overthrew him. I mean, just overthrew him.
Yeah, Pinnell can't come up with the ball. Bagwell left the ball on the interior of the field. If he hits the ball on the sideline, that ball's caught. But Pinnell could not make the adjustment. Bagwell threw that ball about 5 yards on the inside. You got to put that ball on the hash marks. But it was a good ball. He threw that ball a long way, boy. He's got a great arm, doesn't he?
2:02 left to play here in the fourth quarter. 3rd down and 10.
3rd and 10 for the Kahawks.
Kahawks got to at least get the first down to keep this drive going. And that's at the very least. 3 wide receivers come over here on the near side. In the slot, it is Colby Anderson. Bagwell in shotgun, takes the snap, back to pass, throws a quick one to Pinnell. Pinnell is going to get that first down to the 35-yard line, and Collinsville will either have to use the timeout or hurry it up.
I don't think you do.
You got clock stops on the chains moving anyway.
Yeah, I think you just regain your composure here. Clock stops. We're going to go no huddle. Play comes in from the sideline. Kahawks stay alive.
Wide receivers, 2 on either side. Here's the snap. Bagwell back to pass again. Richardson, threw it right into the hands of the defender. And Jadion Coleman is going to take it all the way down to the Kahawk 20-yard line, and that's pretty much going to spell doom for the home opener for your Collinsville Kahawks. There's a flag on the play, though. That was back at the original line of scrimmage. So we'll see. Referees talk about it at midfield.
So you're saying there's a chance. Oh, man. Well, so far, Collinsville failed to make good on Belleville East turnovers. Darren Pinnell's coming off the field with a shoulder issue. His right shoulder's dropped.
Looks like this is going to be against Collinsville. Sideline for Belleville East. Chop block is called against the Kahawks. And that's declined, and it's going to be first down for Belleville East at about the Kahawk 26-yard line. And barring some kind of a fluky turnover when you're trying to run out the clock, this game is pretty much going to belong to the Lancers.
Yeah, Belleville's just going to run the clock out here. This game's pretty much over. However, hard-fought game by your Kahawks. You got to be proud of them, right?
Oh, yeah.
You don't win every football game.
Nope.
These kids put it all on the field. You got to be proud of them. Town showed up. The whole town was purple today. It was great to see. And though, you hate to lose a football game, you hate to have turnovers, you got to be proud of these guys. And, these guys have been out here all summer, early in the morning, working their tails off. Not everybody does that, Todd.
I hear you. Yeah.
You got to be proud of them.
Got another tough task ahead next week on the road at Triad. Triad's no joke. They will run the ball to death.
They will run the ball to death.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep.
Right?
That's all they do. They got that triple wing formation that Coach Paul Basler has been using for over 20 years, and it's worked for him.
They're very successful, and always a fun time when Collinsville plays Triad.
Knee down for Millender. Collinsville can only stop the clock one more time if they choose to do so, but
I don't think they're going to do that.
Probably not. Play clock down to 30 seconds. Game clock down to 1:24. So Collinsville only lost one regular season game all of last year, and they're going to start this year off by losing one. So, you only have to win 6 to make the playoffs. Just got to forget about this one and move on to next week.
Well, at this level of football, right? I mean, there's no gimmies. You got to work for it. Got to earn it. And I think failing to maximize on the turnovers that Belleville has created really was the crux of this game. Right?
Yeah.
Came back to bite us.
Millender will kneel on the ball one more time. There's a flag on the play. You get a flag on the play on a
put that back
kneel
in your
down.
pocket, buddy.
Yeah.
Flag on play,
Delay a game by Belleville East, so clock will stop, but
good
it's just a formality
Lord.
at this
Right.
point. Sixth inning, Cardinals trail 5-1 to the defending World Series champion Atlanta Braves. I wouldn't settle for 5 to get you in the playoffs. I'd go for 6.
Six guarantees you pretty much. doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Second down and 15 now for the Lancers as they'll kneel on the ball one more time. Millender does just that. And they will have to do it one more time.
Take one more.
Well, sir.
Thank you,
It's a
Todd.
pleasure.
Appreciate it.
We only have 4 home games this year, so you only got 3 more left with me, sir.
Hey, I'm excited. Thank you for having me. You do a great job, Collinsville, and all the family members appreciate you. You can bet on that. So thank you for your efforts. Thanks for having me, and I'll look forward to joining you on our next home game.
You got it, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for joining me. That's Dr. Chris McCluskey of Chiropractic Works. Make sure you check out him and his business as we wind this game down. One final kneel down, and that is going to do it. Collinsville will use their final timeout. Collinsville uses their final timeout, stops the clock with 7 seconds left. And the Lancers are going to have to wait 7 more seconds before they can celebrate. All right, Tuesday, we're back in action at Edwardsville. Boys soccer for you, as we think we have our problem figured out at Edwardsville Sports Complex, so we can bring you some more games from out there. And that'll take us into September, excuse me, where we'll have volleyball versus Edwardsville here at Kahok Stadium on Thursday of next week. And then, of course, 1 week from tonight, we'll be in Triad for week number 2 of the football season as Collinsville takes on the Triad Knights. So one more kneel down coming up here for the Lancers. No, they can't kneel. That's right, because the clock has stopped. So they'll have to hand the ball off, or quarterback keeper up the middle, probably something like that. Long timeout. Well, you didn't think it was going to take this long to take a final timeout when you're 7 seconds away from a win. Lancers are finally back out on the field. And Millender under center. And he's going to turn to his left and run, and Collinsville's going to try to rip the ball out, but that's no good. And 2.9 seconds left on the clock. Why is the clock stopped? Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind. 2.9 seconds left. Well, Collinsville's got one last gasp here. Trailing by 8, so the Kahawks will need to pick up a 58-yard touchdown and then convert the two-pointer just to send it to overtime. So I'm going to imagine we're going to see an empty backfield here. Just saying. Well, we probably won't. We're going to leave in Richardson as a blocker. 3 wide receivers on the far side, 1 here on the near side. One last gasp effort here for Collinsville. Here's a snap. It's low. Having a hard time picking it up was Bagwell. He rolls out. He launches it down the field. He's got Watts, but he's triple covered, and that's intercepted, and that will end the game. Collinsville will lose 20-12 in week number 1 to the Belleville East Lancers.
The next home game will be
That will bring us into our post-game program brought to you by Chiropractic Works, or excuse me, Cafe Agape in Collinsville, home of the Kahok Chicken Sandwich. Cafe Agape, since 2012, offering catering and some of the best homemade food in the area. Give them a call, 345 Cafe, 618-345-2233. So, final score, 20-12 in favor of Belleville East. Postgame show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345 Cafe. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
Are you looking to update the appeal of your home's interior? Look no further than Hayden Interiors, LLC. Hayden Interiors, LLC is owned and operated by former Kahok graduate Nick Hayden. Hayden Interiors, LLC will help you get that new look that you want for your home. Flooring, baseboards, doorways, as well as interior renovations or interior additions. Kitchen, living room, bedroom, hallways, basements, stairways. Let Hayden Interior, LLC help you find the look that you want. Call Nick Hayden today at Hayden Interiors, LLC, 618-772-6790 for your free estimate. Hayden Interiors, LLC. On budget, on time, every time. That's Hayden Interiors, LLC. Call Nick at 618-772-6790. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pitmaster. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces that support our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop by and see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time World Championship Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at CollinsvilleBarbecue.com. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345 Cafe. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
And once again, well, we have an orange screen. I forgot to extend the coverage on the screen. We welcome in Drew Cordes, the offensive coordinator for your Collinsville Kahawks. Well, there, Coach, didn't go exactly as planned. Let's get the point of view from your side.
Sometimes that happens. High school kids, first game, you know, a lot of hype, a lot of activity this offseason, a lot of let's get going. It's been 300 days since we last stepped foot on a field, and I think we just put a little bit too much pressure. We were trying to do everything at once, just thinking, okay, we were successful last year. Let's just keep this up rather than keep it simple and just keep working, the Kahok way.
So tell me a little bit about Ethan Bagwell's progression in this thing. He threw one pass last year, completed it. And you bring him back in this year. I like the size difference that you offer between him and Anderson. I think that's a big reason why you guys made the switch. He's got about 5 inches, got about 40 pounds. So you're talking about durability, and we already knew he has a strong arm.
Yeah, he's got a really strong arm. He's very talented. So is Colby. Really, we weren't going to make a wrong decision on this. It kind of turned out we're missing a couple receivers. We're missing a couple, some of our skill guys. And Colby is basically a Swiss Army knife. We can throw him in the slot. We can throw him at running back, as you saw. We can put him at quarterback for a few plays if we needed to. And with Bagwell, he did what he can. It's that first varsity game is never easy to do. It's very hard. There's a lot of jitters, and then especially when you get a season like this one, there's a lot of added pressure. And, you pile that up, and you get moving faster than your body. That mind just does a thing of its own.
All right, talk to us about Jerry Richardson. 11 carries for 35 yards. Yardage-wise, that's kind of an anomaly there for Richardson.
Yeah, we figured that was going to happen. We knew after everything he did last year, being ranked top 10 in the state as a running back to watch, everybody knows his name around here. It was going to be, don't let number 9 win the game, force somebody else to do it. And we knew that they were going to pack the box. We knew they were going to key on Jerry, and when we moved him out to the slot, we were able to run the ball a little bit more towards the end. Unfortunately, we get down to the 2-yard line, we don't score. So just different things we have to continue to build. We have to see, okay, this is what happens when we put Jerry over here, and we can find different ways to get him the ball rather than just saying, here, Jerry, get the ball and go. And we got to have other people step up and make plays.
All right, what kind of adjustments you got to make for Triad next week?
See, that's the beauty of football. We got a week. It's not like baseball where we got to come around and play tomorrow. We got a week. We can look at today's game. We can look at Triad's game. We'll find out what worked, what didn't work. We'll see what's going to work, what's not going to work. And hopefully we get some of these pregame jitters out of the way. This week one, we just looked nervous. We looked, I don't want to say unprepared because we were very prepared for this. It was the adversity, and we have a kind of a saying with us. It's WIN, what's important now. So what's important now is we understand what we did wrong today, and we work on that because we've got 6 days and 20 hours to prepare for Triad now.
All right, sir. Thanks for the visit.
Yep.
Appreciate it. We'll see you next week. Thank you. Drew Cordes, the offensive coordinator for your Collinsville Kahawks. We will take a break here on the Cafe Agape pregame show. Come back and wrap things up here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahawk Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
And one final time, we welcome you back to Kahok Stadium here as we wrap up the Cafe Agape pregame show. Some stats to pass along to you. Jerry Richardson ran the ball 11 times for 35 yards. Bagwell ran the ball for 17 times and 18 yards, so about a yard a carry there. Through the air, Bagwell went 12 of 24, 152 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. And a couple of notes on the passing side of things. Darren Pinnell caught 4 passes for 26 yards. KJ Thorpe-Watts had a touchdown catch of 60 yards. That was his only catch of the whole entire game. So Collinsville falls to 0-1 on the year, and they'll try to right the ship next week against Triad. Our next game will be Tuesday night from Edwardsville's District 7 Sports Complex as your Kahok boys soccer team takes on the Edwardsville Tigers. Game time set for 6:30. So we'll be on the air, 6 o'clock, I think. 5 o'clock, 6:30. We'll be on the air about 10 minutes after 6 from Edwardsville on Tuesday. Big thank you to everybody involved. Dr. Chris McCluskey on the inside microphone. Sideline reporter Mike Ogle, we thank him very much. We thank Colton Rhodes for the pregame interview. And we also thank Drew Cordes for the postgame interview. My name is Todd Duke.